A Retro Talk Forum.
Come on through. Let's talk kicks. Let's talk 80s and 90s nostalgia, man.
Everybody's so quiet.
I didn't know if you was going to start off or what. But, hey, Retro
Everybody's
Talk
so
Forum
quiet.
back in the building. Yeah. The moment of silence for what reason, I have no idea. But Retro Talk Forum back in the building once again, man. Back with another banger. Man, we have some very distinguished guests in the building, man. Some triple OGs, OG triple. Man, if you ain't following these guys' pages on Instagram, YouTube, man, y'all are missing out. I am Hop18. This is my partner, Black. I'm going to let him introduce himself. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, and I'm going to pass it to my partner there you go.
It's your boy Black, aka BAA. Glad to be back in the building. Like Hop said earlier, man, we got some illustrious gentlemen on this panel. So y'all just sit back, buckle up, get ready for a dope show. We got some things to show y'all. So with that being said, we're gonna pass it off to the guy over there on the other side of Hop Dog 18. Introduce yourself there, man.
This your boy Ron G Sneaker Steez, man. Just come up here with some greats to enjoy myself tonight.
There it is, short and sweet. Let's go down right below Ron G. Introduce yourself.
I'm Nick. Been on the show a few times. You can find me on Instagram at OG or Bust. You can find me on YouTube at OG or Bust. You can find me buying OGs constantly. It's kind of what I do.
Reach back, King.
I buy. Oh yeah, that's yeah. I buy a couple retros here and there. Got the Mac Attacks behind me, along with the rest of the crew here. But we'll be digging into that later. And then right.
Last but not least,
I got the direction right too. Kind of like that.
So I'm Andrew. I'm from Sneaker Preservation Society on Instagram. Been a sneaker collector for 20 plus, almost 30 years now. Started off working at Foot Locker in high school, and came and went. Then in about 2009, started building up the archive. I'm a tennis guy. I'm a trainer guy. So Agassi and the Air Trainer 1s were kind of staples for me. I like buying a lot of the original stuff. The retros that I buy here and there, but I try to buy more of the performance stuff. So I use it for running or basketball or training or something. But hey, I'm happy to be here. I've known Nick for a while. I've talked to Black a few times. We're gonna have fun.
That's right, man. That's right.
So you hold on real quick. I wanted to ask you. So you worked at Foot Locker. What years did you work at Foot Locker? Because I used to run a Foot Locker.
Yeah. So the years I was at Foot Locker are 93 to 96.
Okay, so you know about selling them Spinkos and them add-ons and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So the retailer exclusive and stuff like that. But if I knew then what I knew now, you have like all the gold that passed through my hands in 93 to 96, right?
Man.
So
yeah.
And I was I was like in high school, so my job was primarily to manage the stock room. So I organized everything top to bottom, basketball training, tennis, cleats, what have you. And then they had the whole women's section. And it's like, man, I remember everything from DVST8, Devastates, all kinds, all the Diamond Turf stuff, everything from Air Max. It is crazy,
Oh yeah. Yeah. I started at Foot Locker in like 99. So okay. I still have the first, when the 4s came back out, that was the first shoe I bought when I started working there. The black cement 4s. I paid $77 for that shoe, and I still have that shoe when I started. But like I said, I was a little older than everybody wanted to work at Foot Locker back in the day. So if you was working at Foot Locker, you was the man. My bad. Go ahead.
It's crazy because like the people weren't ready for the retros. In 94 to 95, when they did the first retro series, like the twos were knocked down to like $14.97, the two lows.
Yep.
And then you could easily get the ones for $40.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The black cement 3 sat on the shelf forever. I got that one after I graduated. That's how long it had sat on the shelf. When I graduated high school back in 94, I actually got the shoe with graduation money. And I got the size too small. I wore like a 10.5, 11. I grabbed a 10. That's how bad I wanted that shoe. Like you said, if I'd have known now if I'd have known back then what I know now, yeah, it would have been totally.
We'd be corgi shoe.
Yeah. So yeah, I had to ask you that real quick. You know what I mean? Because I didn't realize that you worked at Foot Locker, man. That's pretty dope. I started out at Hibbett's and then worked my way up to Foot Locker. So, I think I have the OG when Jordan Brand went to his own division in Nike. I still got the OG. There was a short sleeve warm up suit. I paid $5 for it. That's when they used to have like amazing sales. Like he was saying, I paid $29.99 for the original Black Toe 14s. They was putting stuff on sale like crazy back then. Now you can't find stuff on sale like that. But yeah,
it's actually starting to come back though. Like people, the whole Nike thing, the recent shakeup is because product is sitting, and so they're wondering like, okay, I'll tell you this right now, they're putting out too much stuff too fast.
Yeah. We was thinking about touching on that subject right there, but we'll probably get to that later on in the show. So my bad. I had to talk with a fellow ex Foot Locker employee real quick. And
I was just gonna say, I got the DeLorean now back. If y'all want to jump in, we can go on back now.
Let's go. Slam it to 88.
For real.
But it's good to hear stories like that, man. It just takes you back, and like y'all said, if we knew what we knew now back then, ain't no telling where we'll be at with all this stuff, man. Ain't no telling what you have in your collection.
We'll be on Hoarders. We'll be on that show Hoarders.
Basically. But you want to holler at the chat real quick? Get on.
We got Red in the building, Vintage Overhauling. Appreciate you coming through. D Weave, Chris Neely, E1 Kicks coming through. Doing dope battles over there on this channel, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out E1 over there on YouTube, man. Chris Neely, I said Chris. Salute again, bro. PR23, the new undisputed champion of Who Has the Heat. Appreciate you coming through, bro. OG Warren C, Chaotic Kicks in the building, Just OG in the building. E Double, the real E Double, Anthony Turner in the building, channel Chill Town. Make sure you check him out. He's got like 2 or 3 shows going on. He got a sports show, early morning lives with Chill Town, some daily motivation. If you need some, you want to hear some motivation, man, y'all make sure y'all check him out. Wizard Magic in the building. My bro One Handsome V in the building, man. Salute. Young OG in the building. Y'all check One Handsome V out too, man. He got some OGs in his collection himself. J Jeff in the building. I think I said Anthony Turner again already. Super Set King in the building. Wendell Dillon, the OG Polos and J's. And I think that's gonna be it for right now. We appreciate everybody coming through, man. And y'all make sure y'all give everybody on this panel a follow, man, on YouTube, Instagram, all their social media platforms.
Right.
But yeah, appreciate everybody coming through, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Let's go ahead and just go ahead and get in these pickups real quick, man. Let's see what everybody got real quick. So let's see how we're gonna do this, because it's 5 of us up here. So who's the first one on this panel up here?
I'm gonna get mine out the way because I know y'all got some heat. Like I said, I'm gonna just get mine out the way real quick.
All right.
So y'all know, as I said before, I'm the hype beast of Retro Talk. And shout out to Plus Skate Shop down the way. I was able to pick these up. Yes. Very nice in hand, man. Very nice in hand. Nice new buck on there. Real sturdy shoe, man. I love this shoe. Beautiful shoe. Beautiful shoe. I doubt very seriously I'm gonna cut it. But yeah, beautiful shoe. Picked these up about a week ago. Let you see the box. I'm pretty sure there's a few people on this panel that picked these up. and it is the Every Games, the ships. Ever since this shoe came out, man, I'm trying to get every color if possible. These fit me a lot better than the one, so I'm loving this shoe. It's got pretty decent suede on there. It's got the cracked leather, a little bit.
I like the
leather.
fact that they're not busting your head on the resale market on those
Yes,
things either.
yes. I think people are not really paying them any attention. They're paying attention to them, but it's not like they're busting people's heads open for them. And the other one.
I've been shopping.
Yeah, a little something, man. I actually hit for these while I was at my son's graduation. So
Nice.
yeah. Was sitting there. I saw that they was restocking these. I got an app on my phone that lets me know about restocks. I'm not gonna plug them because we're not sponsored by them anything.
Right.
Yeah, Every Games I hit for these right before my son's graduation. These are actually pretty nice. I like the cracked leather on them. The cracked leather on these is a little bit softer than the A Mamaniers.
I like that colorway better though.
Man, both of them are pretty dope. Yeah, but once I got these in hand, I think I kind of like these a little bit better myself. But
blue.
Yeah, so those are my 3 little pickups. I told you I was gonna be quick. So that's it.
All right, Nick, let's
follow
go to
suit.
you.
I'm gonna go in the same direction as Top with the airship. It's nice that they, every release they're giving the old booklet. But haven't looked at it yet. But shout out to my guy Marco out in Italy. He got these in his store. So I saw them in his stories, and I'm like, man, the quality looks really good on them. And the Carolina blue notes for like Jordan's shorts that he wore underneath every game. The whole message there, I thought that was pretty cool. Definitely a meaningful behind the release, because we see a lot of times where it's kind of like fabricated stories. So,
they do a lot of that.
This is inspired by the gum Jordan spit out on the court.
Right, exactly. Right. Here's the back where the kid stepped on it. Like, all right,
right.
So, but yeah, these were really cool. I like the oxidized. I like the vintage notes. They got the oxidized out, midsole, like the Vibe Remake Lab. If you guys have noticed, their stuff is really awesome. But yeah, I think they're doing pretty good work with the airship. So I'm curious to get that white and gray pair too.
I like that white and gray pair.
Nick, did the PEs that Marco did have that elastic underneath the front eyelets, like those ones?
The band airship.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different, but it's not. I've worn them quite a few times, and they're very comfortable. The leather's it's weird too, because the leather is not creased. So yeah, with that elastic right there, it's just really, really flexible. They actually have they're not air, they're what is it? React. So they have a little different with the midsole and outsole, like the Pro Circuit. I really appreciate that too. Actually, I got them sitting on here. I got them coming up in my rotation. So I'm gonna be wearing those.
Did you get the red ones too? The white and red?
I haven't. I'm kind of holding off a little bit. I've been buying a lot of crap lately, and I got a few OGs on reserve. I'm trying to wait for and pay other stuff off. So, priorities.
Yeah, I got you. I do have to give a shout out to Nick real quick, because I saw where he and I should have showed this one too, but hindsight is 2020. He was selling a couple pairs on his stories, and he had a pair of the black cement 3s. And I hit him up and asked him about them, and yeah, it was no problem. You know what I mean? He looked out for me, and I appreciate you, bro. I really do, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. They're in the closet in the back. You know what I'm saying? I'm debating on when I want to break them out, but I just had to tell you personally. I know I put you on Instagram, but I just had to tell you, man. I really appreciate that. Man.
Yeah. Went to the right home.
Thank you.
That was your only one, Nick?
That was my one pickup. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Ron. What you got, Ron?
Well, I'll show some stuff I got in the last couple of. I ended up buying the 1993 Carnivores.
Ooh, nice.
3
You
pretty
dirty
good.
mother.
Clean under. Y'all know I got 3 of the Teen Wolves. I'm trying to search for the rest of the 72 pairs. So
Good luck with that
there
one.
was a media pack that released on Mercer, Foot Locker and Mercer, and this was one of the 72 pairs of Blazers. This is the Hoosier Blazers off the Hoosier movie. It's just made off a Letterman's jacket. It's hard to see on my camera, but the materials are insane. It's a pretty cool pickup. And my boy, this was able to bless me with this sample for free, which this is the 1992 Bo Turfs. This is the retro that came out. And weirdly enough, this is the sample pair. The sample pair is exactly like the OG pair came out. You got your sample on the inside, and look at the inside. Both pairs have Nike Air on it, which is really weird. So they were going to come out with the OG at first, but then they swapped it with the branding with the 34 on the back. So that's pretty cool. And my last pickup was I just get all of Travis's. So I got
Hype beast. Hype
I
beast.
know. I agree. This was a hype beast move, but it's pretty decent shoe. But that's it.
That's dope, man. That's dope. All right, so let me see. I think I want Andrew to go last. Nah, you know what? I'll let you go and go.
Yeah, I'll go. So, you're gonna laugh because you gave him shit about being a hype beast. So, I got these. I got the Spider-Verse. Was it Next Story or something like that? Next chapter.
How
So
you
the
feel
reason
about
why
those?
I got these. So I'm not a Jordan guy like hardcore. I have my feelings about the Jordans. Nick knows I'm a big black and red infrared 6 guy. But yeah, like I got this only, and I'll show you why. Because my son got these. So I got So my son is 7, so he's gonna get into these, and he thought it'd be cool if we do a little matchy.
Nice, bro. What do you think about materials on those, real quick? I think it's underrated, me personally.
Yeah, they're good. Anytime they do the 85 stuff, I think they do a pretty good job. The leather's not as nice as the Mac Attacks, though. I'm telling you that. No, it's not even close. And then the other thing I got, I did get a pair of Travis Scott Air Trainer 1s from that Soul Steel's 100. I posted it a couple of days ago. It's the $100 mystery box.
Yeah, okay.
For me, because I'm an Air Trainer 1 guy, I said, what the hell, it's $100. So I got that. If I got something else, then it's like I'd easily make $100 back. We can flip it.
Yeah.
The last thing I got recently was the
you dirty.
So you see the gray toe, right? So the retro had the black toe, and then the OG, and this is the one with the like that hairy, nice soft suede.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey.
Lord have mercy.
A lot of mercy.
Show that toe box too, because I've seen the retro toe boxes are just like it looks like a tree stump. Yeah, it looks good.
That is dope, man.
So yeah, especially me being a big Bo Jackson Trainer 1 or Trainer Cross Trainer guy. Yeah, I remember running those back in 90, 91. And my best friend had them, never had them. Then I got the retros in 2010. Now I got some OGs. So.
That's dope,
Nice.
man. That's
Nice.
that wraps it up.
So yeah, I think
Does
that's
that wrap your pickup up? Okay. All right. That's dope,
All right, so
man.
hold on real quick. My next question: Bo Jackson or Deion? Best 2-sport athlete.
Oh, it's Bo. And for me, it's Bo. Deion was cool. He's a better football player, I think. Well, I'd say better, but he's a different type of football player. Like he was a cornerback and he played receiver here and there. But it would have been interesting if Bo had a full career.
You ain't lying.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no telling where he'll be at, man.
I agree.
I'm both.
I agree.
But hey, Dion won a championship for the Niners. All good.
Bay Area.
And he played for the Giants for one season or part of a season. So hey, Bay Area.
you
say
Bay
Bo,
Area born and
you say
raised
Bo
then,
Nick?
huh?
Did you say Bo Nick?
Yeah, Bo. Yep. Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay. What you think, Ron?
I like
Bo
that.
Jackson for sure.
Okay.
That whole era. Yeah. Football.
His raw athleticism is just
the White Sox a little bit. You know, he was beyond. All right, he wasn't like in his prime with the White Sox, but he was more exciting to watch than I was excited still. But like when Ken Griffey Jr. came, he was pretty much in the cheeseburger mode already. It was pretty much done. So
Yeah.
yeah,
He was probably the most natural athlete ever. You know what I mean? It was just, freakish on what I'm from Alabama, so when he was playing at Auburn, that's all we would watch. You know what I mean? I'm not really an Auburn fan like that, but yeah, just to see the stuff that he did on the field is amazing. And he don't have the best stats, but athletic wise, he is one of the greatest, if not the greatest.
I think for me too, it's like he was just a good athlete and he played hard every day, and it was all in. With Dion, I feel like for me personally, I've never been like big on the flashy. That's just me. Like,
gotcha.
It's not something that attracts me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
All right, let me go and get my little stuff out the way, and then we can go ahead and get on with it. So
Here
shout out to.
Here we go.
No. What was that?
That was my my Google.
I thought that was somebody he did. Like, come on, man. Why you gonna tell me you ain't nothing like that though, for real? But shout out to Andrew, man, on the panel, Sneaker Preservation Society. He had this dope thing that came out that went live. I want to say Thursday, or was it Friday?
Friday. Yeah.
Okay. Nice little book there.
Nice.
Of some original sneakers. Let me get my information up out of here first. Hold on. Can't have y'all running up on me. But I mean, I always like literature like this, especially with a shoe that I got in my possession like this. This is dope, man. Andrew, this is dope. This is real dope, man. Like, what was this? The limited edition.
I got those. I love them.
Limited edition. Like this is some dope shit right here, man.
I love those.
There was another one. Like I got these right here.
Yeah.
These are dope, man. I like, and like you said, is nothing in here Jordan related, and I like that. Because there's always other.
There's a couple, but.
Well, I mean, yeah, but mostly it's just like, look at this. When they gonna come back out with this colorway?
Never.
Look at the dye. Look at the dye on there, bro.
Yeah,
the bleeding.
Yeah.
That's dope. Then you go back to the Air Trainer 3 lows, which they did come out with a retro back in 2020, but they didn't come with the speckled midsole.
I would have liked to see that speckled gradient on the retro. That would have worked so good, especially on that infrared pair that they dropped, the black and infrared.
The infrared ones were nice. The white infrared I got. The leather's pretty nice on them. That retro few years back.
Yeah.
Look at the shape of that. That is killer.
Yeah. They destroyed that toe box on retros.
Yeah, they did, man.
That's the story of every retro, ain't it? The toe box.
Those are up there though. Like
my favorite color of the ones.
Man.
The trainer ones, my favorite color.
Nice.
Favorite color. I mean, like I said, man, this is a dope book.
Thank you.
What I would do, if you would type something in chat, we can go ahead and put your website in it to where people, if they want to go to it and support you, put your information in the chat for the people.
The pop-up shop's still up, right, Drew?
Yeah, pop-up shop's still there. I mean, you can just go to sneakerpreservationsociety.com. Okay. All right, there's a link in my bio on Instagram. But
we can put the link in the bio. I mean, in the description too, Black. We can go back and put that in there for.
I'll do that.
I appreciate it. Yeah, the response. I'm flattered by the response. I only printed 100 books. It's self-financed, self-produced kind of project, and I'm blessed with the response. So thank you for everyone who ever picked up a book.
Hey, man.
All you guys, and for having me up here and you bumping it. I appreciate it.
When you put out something dope, man, of course people gonna flock to it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. I can't wait to get mine in. You know what I mean?
Oh,
To
snap,
look
I
at
forgot.
it, myself.
It came with
And,
some stickers too.
Yeah, I was gonna
Came
say
with a
I
bunch of
ordered
stickers too.
I ordered the same thing with the sticker pack. He's got a
Yeah.
sticker pack on it. Show the stickers real quick, Black.
I ain't opened it yet, but
No, I'm just saying, yeah, just show, yeah.
sticker pack got his
that's
logo
dope.
on there,
With
and then on the back, that's how the packaging come. Dope packaging too, man.
Thanks, man.
Dope
Yeah, I went overboard and I serialized everything. Part of the thing was that people put their hard-earned money into something that I create, so I want to understand who contributed, and if there's ways I could give back or show appreciation. That's why I serialized everything, so I know who my people are.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
So what was real quick? What was the inspiration for doing that book? What made you do that book and pick the shoes that you put in that book real quick?
So I it started like a couple years ago. I was talking to Seth Soul to Soul. He's also friends with Nick, and we were talking about it. I was telling him we do a book. He should do a book because he writes so well. And then he could, he's a busy guy, so I said, you know what, maybe I'll take the challenge on. And so I had gotten the SB Dunk book, and it's a real simple book. It's just a picture and then the model of the shoe, and it kind of served as like a basis of the inspiration for what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something different, which was feature OG stuff, like first iterations. I know in the back of the book there's the Air Jordan 3 Retro from 1994, but to me that's an OG because it's the first ever retro, and it was the first time Jordan had ever done something like that. So that's why it's in there. But everything else is the original pairs from 1988 through 1994, and the idea is to create volumes based on those golden years. So it's 88 to 94, then 95 to 2001, and then you go back and you kind of do like a holistic overview in volume 3 and try to get the whole gamut from 72 to whatever. And so that was my inspiration. That was my idea. I'm working on the full volumes, obviously. So this is like how I tell people: this is the EP before the LP. And like I said, I'm grateful for the response.
Okay. Yeah, I just put your link in the chat, man. That y'all heard him say there's only 100 of those books.
Probably not now.
I was well, he only made 100. I would suggest to go get them. I would suggest to go get one for real. So yeah, I just put your link in the chat to your pop-up shop, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate
dope
it.
book, bro. Dope book for real.
Thank you.
Very dope book.
What else you got, Black?
I got a couple more, and then we get on with it.
All right.
I saw this retro coming back out, and I said I had to go ahead and grab it. The shape is pretty good on it. The leather, I like the leather on it, man. The leather's real nice on it, Only thing I think is just the toe box is real narrow, but I think other than that, man, they did a pretty good job on this retro, man. The fragment weapons.
Converse.
Only thing is, they came out with a silver box, to go back to the original boxes from the 80s. But I got a black box. I'm still pissed off about that one. My last one, I guess you could say this is more of a hype beast purchase, but I'm into trainers. So I figured, why not go ahead and get this?
Ooh. What up, Beard?
Shout out to OG Sneakers, Talking Kicks, for blessing me with these. He had a sale. That was the only one that I wanted to jump on, so I went on and got it. And that's all I got.
Nice pickup, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Don't pick up by everybody, man.
Quite a variety.
So, Drew, we got a question. Somebody asked James Robinson. Appreciate you coming through. I don't think we saw that name earlier. He said, "Will the book and sticker pack be back in stock?"
So the sticker pack was there were 30 available. Unfortunately, they all sold. So now all I've got left really is the book. I don't have any plans to redo the exact same stickers. I kind of want to keep everything unique to the version. So I will be doing more stuff down the line. There are a few books still left on the site, and like I said, that's really all I got left.
Yeah.
I
So one run and done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Limited edition.
I kind of wanted to. Part of that era was limited edition, where limited actually meant limited.
Yeah.
So it's not a manufactured limited edition. It's a legit. I printed 100. If I print more, it's not going to be the same cover. It's going to be a different cover or a different color or something,
Yeah.
So yeah, I want the people who came out and supported. I want them to have something special that Team Early got, and if you get the next version, maybe the color of the cover will be black and white or something. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I still have some books left.
Yeah. Go through and get the book, James. It's dope, man. It's worth it, bro. Check it out.
Very dope.
Top mine. I want to sign, bro.
Oh, we want some autograph.
Want an autograph.
Everything can't be a sample, Ron G.
I know, right?
Hey, man, if he signed it is.
I tried to. So I think on every packing slip, I did write a little handwritten thank you to everybody, because if y'all can take your hard-earned money and put it onto my project, then I can take the time out to send a little personal note of gratitude. That's my thought. So
yeah,
cool. Did I not sign your?
No, I just bought it. So my name Ron. So it should be coming in.
Okay.
It doesn't come straight from the manufacturer to me.
Man, you ain't got to sign that, Drew. No, man, you ain't. I mean, he can't have everything exclusive.
Drew, forget him. Drew, I want it signed.
You want me to ruin the value of the book? You want me to?
Hey, the value going up, baby. Value going up.
Look at, hey, now Caddy want his sign too. Look at Caddy. Just the book need mine signed.
Don't sign his, bro. Just mine. One of one.
Yeah, man. No, it's definitely a dope book. I can't wait to get mine in, man, to actually look at it and check out everything. I'm hating Black got his in before mine, or yeah, I'm hating. He's sitting over there looking at it right now.
No. Hey, anything with OGs in it, man, I'm looking at it, bro. For real.
Yeah. So so is that it, Black? You good?
Yeah, that's it for me. Okay. You rich.
I guess we'll get to the subject at hand. We up here today to talk about they call them the Nike attacks now, but back in the day they called them the Mac attacks. And got to shout out Ron G, man, because he actually kind of made this happen. He found them in the shop and hit us up, and we was like, yes, you know what I mean? Yes. Send them our way. And he shout out to the plug. He definitely looked out for us. So yeah, that's why we're here today, man. And as you can see on Drew's shirt, we gotta highlight that shirt, bro.
Man, he knew.
Put him on the big screen, Black. Put him on the big screen, Black.
He knew what he was doing when he wore that shirt.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, shit, that's from the poster.
Yeah. So, so the story with this is my guy over in Spain. He goes by Sons of Black Maria, and he asked me to give him a picture of the Mac attack so that he could do this Akira inspired poster. And he did the artwork, and I was like, oh, that's super dope because Akira is my favorite anime of all time. I'm a nerd like that, but he did the artwork, and then I said, hey, dude, that looks pretty dope. Can I, I want to see how it translates to a shirt. So I printed one shirt, and so this is it. This is the 101.
What?
Yeah.
Special right there. He's special.
I need that shirt. I need that shirt, Andrew. Sign.
I think we all need that shirt signed now.
But no, honestly, this is a test shirt, right? And so I just want to see how it would look. And then being that the subject today is Mac Attack, I gotta rep that. But a few months ago, I asked him, hey, can you format the artwork so that I can put it onto an 18 by 24 poster? So that in the back here, that's the poster, 18 by 24. And I had that on the shop. I printed up 10 copies of the poster, and I sold 5, and the other 5 went to the artists and friends and family. So,
nice.
Yeah, I put it up on my stories a while back, like maybe if I did a run, would anybody be interested? And there wasn't like a response in either direction, like good or bad. But we'll see what happens down the line. I mean, we run the print in larger quantities.
Yeah, you gotta definitely let us know about that, man. Definitely let us know about that for sure. So do we have like a picture up or anything about that, or we just want to go ahead and show the boxes of our pairs and then let them get into their OGs? So
Well, I was gonna say, do you want to let them show the OGs first, and then
yeah,
the
we can do that.
retro? You know
Yeah,
what I
we can
mean?
do that.
Because I know, Nick and Drew, both of y'all have them handy, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We can start with let's start with Nick real quick then.
Okay. Before the shoes, I did bust out you guys. I just posted a YouTube video comparing the new retro to the original, and these beautiful satin, pretty awesome pants I found a while ago. I'm planning on wearing them too. My daughter gave me that look, like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna wear them. I'm gonna wear these bad boys with the shoes." But yeah, it's got the tag. You can see the checkered tag, made in Taiwan. You can see it better on the video, obviously, but yeah, satin black, really awesome pants, super soft. And they also had them in white. And I show in the video too. It's hard to see here. The tags are a little different, as with the OGs, like depending on the factory or the time that they were produced, are quite different also. So it's pretty cool. But even like these, both the pants were from Taiwan, and you can see even the placement of the tags were different. So just a little difference, even with that. So
those had jackets to go with them too, right?
Yeah, the jackets, shirts, polos, shorts. There's a lot of like really cool stuff I'd love to add to my collection.
So you know what's crazy? The reason why I asked that is you've heard of the show Snowfall, right?
Snowfall?
Yeah, there's a show called Snowfall. Okay. And I was watching it. Yeah, I was watching. I'm late on it, so I'm on like season 2 or 3, and I was watching it the other day. And the guy, there's a bouncer in there, and he has on that Mac Attack outfit.
Oh, okay.
He's got the jacket on with that same checkerboard with the Nike on it.
Oh, okay, cool. Crazy. Yeah, I hope they bring some of the clothing back. So there you see the Mac on the original box. And on the bottom, you can see made in Korea. So yeah, and then like it's like a whole drop top all the way at the bottom. Not a lift, not a tilt. It just comes all the way straight up. So.
And look how small that box is.
It's narrow, and I think why they don't like the design. I like it. I think it's cool, but it kind of sticks. So I'm really careful with it, obviously. But it's sturdy. It's a nice thicker cardboard. It's not really flimsy. And then the shoes, obviously. And when I got these from Dog's Foot on. I got them from him on Instagram, and I've been looking for him for years. And he had them posted, and I had got off work. And I'm like, oh my God, and I'm going to message him. And I dropped down the comments or whatever, like the description. And then it said sold out. I'm like, oh, like he posted it like just a few hours before. And I immediately DM him. I'm like, dude, I've been searching for this shoe. It's one of my favorite tennis models. And he's like, all right, well, if I get another pair, I'll let you know. So not that long of a story, but the story is whoever initially bought these didn't pay for them or just like backed out. So he messaged me, I think within 24 hours, and I sent him the money immediately. So that was the end of it, man. I'm like, I was so happy to, finally get them. So here's the tongue.
Dogs had some really good pairs too. Like
yeah, right. Real good variety, great condition. I don't know if you can see the stamp in there. So it's that.
Oh
that's
yeah.
85.
85. That's 85 with the wrap over.
ST. Yep. ST factory. So Rudy had an ST also, but the tongue, I believe I put in my video, but one of the tongues, like the gray goes over. Another one, the checkered is actually darker. The black and blue is darker and smaller squares. And then the other one was like this. So they kind of use this inspiration, but then the Nike, as you saw, the newer Retro's smaller tongue. So, but yeah, I got these, and I conditioned them. It was funny because I think they were stored somewhere where there was a lot of moisture, maybe, and they had some kind of like rusty spots on them, like on the midsoles. So I kind of cleaned it up with the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Works great for a lot of stuff like that. Conditioned the leather, and they're good to go. It smelled like basement, but they just smell straight pure vintage bliss now. And I love them, but yeah.
The OG insole is clear. It's plain, right? There's nothing on it.
What's
What
that?
did I say Nike. The OG insole. The insole.
Oh yeah,
The OG insole.
Yeah. Plain.
Yeah. I popped that in the video as well, just to show.
Yeah, it's plain. Right?
It's,
So real quick then, so on the OGs, the insole didn't have any type of Nike branding or anything on it?
Yeah, on these it's just plain. It's just plain Jane. It's gray, just like the Retros that came out.
Okay, so they didn't change anything. They tried to stay true to OGs.
Exactly. Right.
Okay.
I was seeing some people's like comments or whatever, like, oh, why they they shorted us on the insole. I'm like, no, they're trying to be true to the original, so I think that's a pretty cool thing.
So your pair is I'm sorry, but your pair is in Korea, right? Made in Korea?
Yeah, I believe they all were. It's just different factories, like the Air Jordan 1.
Okay.
But I think they did, like when they did the tooling on the outsole, they did a really good job on that too.
Definitely did that.
It's got when you just hold it level, it's just like that straight, nice and flat, like the midsole and where the outsole meets the toe box, it just stays nice and level, and you just don't see that very often anymore. A lot of these old shoes, they're just so sleek, low to the ground,
So real quick, Andrew, on your pair, is yours made in the same factory or is it a different factory?
So I got a couple pairs here.
Hold on, Nick.
Yep.
So this is my 9.5 pair that I wear, and if you look at what Nick was trying to say about the toe, and I kind of talk about this on my post, is like the toe box kind of just disappears right into the top of that midsole, and that's that aerodynamic, that sleekness that you don't see in a lot of. The Air Jordans used to do that too. Even the 95 11s and all that stuff, it would just disappear right into the midsole, and that's what everybody's talking about, like that midsole. So a couple interesting things. I'll show you. So what Nick is talking about on his windbreaker pants. So this pair is from the 86. You can see that the checkerboard is a lighter blue, and there's a piping that goes over the top. 85, just 85, sorry, 85. And then this is the 86. So the 86 is a darker blue, and it wraps over.
I see it.
So
the 86 are those the smaller squares? I can't tell. Like the
yes, they're actually much smaller squares.
We actually in the video here we got all three versions too, because mine's
yeah, you can see it now. Yeah,
Right,
you definitely
right.
see it.
Mine's bigger squares with the wrap over tongue. So yeah,
It looks like the stitching is more raised a little bit on the 86 pair, or is that just me tripping?
Yeah, no, it's
What up, Whitehurst?
very possible. Very possible.
That Nike
Yeah,
front a
but
little
like,
different too.
What's up, Eric? Yeah. That's what I was saying. It looks like
Yeah.
the stitching is a little bit. It's a
so
little different.
yeah,
And then it's crazy how that label wraps around versus being stitched in on the
Yeah.
other pair.
but you know the interesting thing, right? So with the 23 retro, they opted for the wrap over, and they opted for the bigger squares and the lighter blue. What I appreciate the little details, right? So they did the stitch. If you look at the underneath here, the stitch, and then they fold it over, and then it wraps over. And then if you look in the back of the tongue, see the double line stitch here, right?
right.
You look at the retro. You look at the retro there, and then the double line stitch. So,
Yeah, the subtle details.
you know,
I see that.
it's the little things. I mean, like they did a really good job trying to stay as close to the OG as possible. I think in a lot of respects, hands down, much better version on the retro than they did in the failed 2016 samples. Those just look like
Really
court force 3/4.
So do they have any of those pairs floating around that you've seen?
I've seen a couple in Europe, but I've never seen anything stateside.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Both of y'all a question then. As far as the tongue thickness to the retro, is it thicker? The tongue thicker because the padding on the tongue is real thin.
Yeah, it's thicker.
Definitely thicker.
Yeah, I highlighted that definitely in the video.
Mhm.
It's like really thin. This is like the Air Jordan 1, like the Nike convention. You have that little thicker padding.
Mhm.
It's it stands up. It's very the retro one's kind of flimsy, and also like when you look at the tongue, how it has the
You got a black?
Yeah, I got it.
sorry.
Hold your
No,
pose.
you're good. Me and Black been.
You see, maybe I can get it in the light. There's like the checkerboard kind of ends on the OG, and then on the retro they wrap it around to where you see the
Yeah, they
checker
definitely did that.
both sides.
Yeah, I see that.
So it's cool. I mean, little details. It doesn't look bad, obviously, but it's just interesting how the original one, the checkerboard, kind of ends once it's on the flip side.
I got a quick question, real quick.
Interesting. Oh, sorry, real quick.
No, go
So
ahead, Drew. Go ahead.
On the 86, 85, you're right. They killed the checkerboard on the back, right? 86, it's actually there.
Oh, it continues.
Mm-hmm. It continues over.
Wow.
So they kind of took
But
a
it's
sample of both.
It's the smaller squares though, and it's the darker blue. So
Darker.
yeah, just the little things, right? Like the differences between 85 and 86 makes a big deal too.
That's cool. Yeah.
So what's the difference from the retro and the OGs in the side stamp on the collar with the production? With the production,
mine is really faded out because I still wear these, but you can see in there.
Yeah, I can see it.
That gets in there.
Okay, yeah.
9.5, and then my 85s are.
Oh, that's pretty clear still. Yeah.
They even got the Asian sizing on there too.
I think the size of the stamp may be a little longer on the.
It's a little big, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Yeah, it's bigger on the retros. What's yours looking like, Nick?
What's that? Oh, here's the OG. Let's see there, and then on the retro, just looks a little larger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I know it's kind of a rhetorical question, but I wonder what these numbers and letters on the inside represent, because I got like 3 asterisk mark on the end of it. So do y'all know exactly what that is?
That I don't.
So my guess would be that's for the color code, because the FB 8938 is the
That's the product number, right?
The product number, right? And then the 001 is your color code. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing I could think of. Why they put the hashtag after the number 9, I have no idea on that one.
Well, I'm saying you talking about your OG pair, right?
No, this is the retro.
No, you're talking about the retro.
The retro.
The three
Yeah.
asterisks. The 3 asterisks. He's
Yeah.
saying could probably mean the color code.
Oh, okay.
But the
Because you know
OG
the product number has a product number, then the 3 letters is the color code.
But yeah, why they put that on the OG originally, I'm not sure. Because it's got your regular 2-month production date and year, but then it's got the three asterisks. So
yeah, but it's a different number on the box though. Like on the box right here, it's a different number.
Oh yeah. Huh, check that out. Yeah, that's true though. Hey, look at that. So this is the white and black pair, 86 pair.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see now.
I didn't even notice that.
They stand true to the old OGs. I see. They really trying
So
to do that, man.
hopefully they bring this colorway back too.
They coming back, bro.
Yeah. So the 2 OG colorways. That's all that really matters to me. Like I don't need the social status collab. I just want these 2.
I said the same thing, Andrew. I said the same thing, man. I really don't need the
They're coming back, bro. I saw the samples like 3 days ago.
They actually got that white and red pair too. I think I just that one too.
The one that doesn't have it, it's not even connected.
Yeah, it just don't even look right, man. I mean, this is what I wanted. This is probably the only thing I want. As far as Mac Attack, this is the only one I want, man.
Yeah,
I just want to stay. Yeah, this is the best one of all of them. I mean,
so how do y'all feel about these compared to the OGs? Like, how do you feel like I heard Drew earlier talk about he liked the leather on them. What do y'all think? How do y'all think about the craftsmanship, construction? Just overall, how do y'all feel about the shoe?
Right.
I mean, so I like it a lot. I mean, they did a really good job. It feels a little thicker than the OG. I mean, if you put it, it just doesn't look as sleek. But that's just modern tooling, and that's nothing surprising there. I really appreciate that they did the outsole with the checkerboard and then the circle and square pattern, which is true to the original. I mean, you can't. That's so unique. There's no other shoe that has that, So, but the materials are good. The sizing is true. I slipped it on my bigger foot, my right foot, which is bigger, and if it's true to size, I guess you can say I un-DS'd my pair. But
now you can't sell it, man. God.
Oh man.
Gosh darn it!
I gotta go, guys. I gotta go.
You darn purist.
I will say this real quick before you talk, Nick. The outsole, the edges of the outsole, I never knew it had stars all the way around it. I never knew that. Does the OGs have that, or y'all still pronounced on there?
Yeah.
They're
there. Like the tooling, the tooling on the OG, the stars just wrap around. You can see it on the OG. This one, you can see the stars just wrap around. It's just a little longer. But yeah, they did I'm really impressed with the tooling on how they just kind of recreated it. They did it really.
Hey, Nick, can you show us the thick cut of the leather? Is it thick? Is the OG thicker? Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's pretty similar. It's not a huge difference in the cut itself. You can get in there and see.
Yeah, I see it.
It's a little like dead stock. This is a dead stock pair. It's a little more firm. Like obviously it would break in if they were worn, but they're just not. It's not a nice full grain. It's a nice structure, but it's not really like it doesn't have as much give as like the new retro does. It's definitely soft though, but it's just like the structure there is a little stronger. Like here with like the mesh, I'd say it's a little softer too. It's a little more firm on the retro. I got that out in the video. But overall, I mean, I think for me, I mean, the first time they actually officially brought this shoe back, we've seen a lot of shoes come back terribly, like many Nikes. But you know, a lot of things they could have done wrong. I think they did good. Like sourcing like good leather that's going to break in when you're wearing them is the most important. I think, or one of the most important things. So like having a shoe that's going to be comfortable the first time you walk down the street, I think that's important. Is there differences? Yes, there's plenty of them. I pointed out quite a few. You know, it's not huge, but there's definitely this midsole is definitely wider. It's got a little more wide of tooling.
Yeah.
But yeah, the details.
It's a taller profile, right? On the
Right.
retro.
Right. Exactly.
Is the on the OG are the edges that more rounded than the retro? The retro feels kind of square.
What do you mean edges around
The edges like they're like a 90-degree corner versus like a
Okay.
rounded edge. You know how like they're kind of rounded
Oh, toward the back.
versus like there's kind of like a squared edge like an Air Jordan or like a
Yeah,
Dunk.
it's
Is
more
the OG
pronounced
like
on the
that?
retro.
Yeah,
More
it's
pronounced on the retro.
very pronounced.
Pretty same.
They're pretty much similar.
Okay.
Yeah,
the pairs I have are all worn. You know, like I wear my pair, so like they probably over time just got rounded out. So I was just curious since you just did so.
Right. They're pretty close. It's just like the white or the midsoles at it's pretty wide. Like the heels, I showed in the video too. The heels got a little different shape. It ain't kind of angles in a little bit more on the OG. Height wise, I would say just a tad different. I also noticed like there's some like the italic. It's kind of like more of an
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I was just about to say that the italicized Nike.
Right. A little larger and it's got a little gloss. I definitely like how the OG looks. The grays are a little different. It's a little lighter gray on the OG. But yeah, the toe boxes you already know.
I got a couple questions.
It doesn't look terrible. But that's why I've had a lot of thought about like with the Jordan 2 and the Jordan 7 and different Jordan retros that we see coming out. It's like, is it actually the construction of the upper and then the midsole's flat and then once they glue everything, is it curling or is it actually the midsole that's curled and they put it on? And it's like where is the issue? Because some retros are like looking more banana shaped than others. So
Right.
Yeah.
I got a couple questions for you and Andrew.
Okay.
So on the retros, on the OGs, is the Nike swoosh like a vinyl or is it like a leather? On the OGs,
it's more vinyl.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Kind of like the Jordan 1, big Nike.
Mhm.
They got that vinyl. It's got the little smoother. You don't see the grain in it, But yeah, it's definitely more.
The other thing is on the OGs, the swoosh feels kind of like it's packed in there. There's some filling.
Yeah, I see it.
In it. It's like kind of like a puffy.
Yeah.
It looks thick.
Yeah. So it's like there's some like material in there. It's not just a flat piece of material that they stitch on, So
Now, would you say the OG? I mean, the retros are like that? Because now I'm looking at it. It
Yeah,
does
a little
have like
bit,
a
yeah.
little puffiness to it.
Probably not like Hold that OG back up real quick, Drew. Let me see something because it looks like
That's good right there.
Yeah, I don't know. That swoosh looks like it's a little bit not as thick as the retro.
It might be just the leather cut on it.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's an air pocket in the back of it. That's probably what it is.
For the record, do not ever say Air Mac Attack, please.
What?
No.
Stop it.
Air today?
Stop it.
That's
There's no
versus-
air in. You mean to tell me there's no air in these?
Can you put air in it though?
Yeah,
Hey, I wore them yesterday. There ain't no air in them.
Nah. I'll be giving it the insole upgrade is what I'll be doing.
yeah, you can put the airliner in there.
Yeah, I'll definitely be bumping those up.
So, Andrew, have you ever heard of the Nike Manners that came out in 2016?
If you want, I can go grab a pair. I have a
You
pair
got
of
a
that one.
pair?
Yeah, I do.
Yo, please, bruh.
Hold on a
Yo,
second. I'll be
watch this, Black. Watch this. People were taking this shoe in 2016, putting a swoosh on it, and basically turning them into like custom Macs.
Wow.
This is gonna be funny. Hey,
That's
and OG,
crazy.
do you have the McDowell's?
I don't.
I have. So I have. I can go into that in a second.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
You said I got what you need, man.
Jesus, man.
So I'll take you on a little trip. It's interesting because
Take us on a wild ride, man.
yeah, magic carpet ride, you know.
Nick, have you put your foot in the OGs yet? Or are you not gonna do it?
No, they're too small. They're not.
Oh, okay. I wanted to see the comfort level between that one and
the answer to answer that one for you, but yeah, mine are for purposes. I couldn't live with myself breaking those out now, even if they were my size. I'm like, this is what the retro's for. We're good. We're good.
You're right.
What up, Rice? What up, Beezy?
True that.
If I found a used pair, you know, I would, I'd hop on it. You know?
All right, so Mac Attack, 5 dots. You're foxing here. Good stuff, right? Nike Manor.
Wow.
You got him.
5 dots. Foxing. The toe box.
Dang.
The neck. Got throat.
Wait a minute. Is that a blazer midsole outsole?
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, it's a bulk sole, yeah. Right? Yeah.
Wow. Is that black suede?
It says yes, black suede. It says Manor here.
Yep.
Piping. Now dig this. Squares and circles, right?
All right.
Look at this.
Smaller scale.
Wow.
Yo, they tried, Andrew. They tried, bro. You see that? They tried. They tried it.
That's crazy.
Right.
Nike and
then this one happens to be.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, you shouldn't have showed Ron G that.
Yeah, send it to me, baby.
Ron Sample G.
I'll trade you for those bow turf samples.
Oh no. You mean you're gonna throw in those 86s too? Thank you, bro.
We got them.
And a signed book.
Yeah, so real quick, like you guys were talking about McDowell's. Jimmy's a great guy. I chat with him pretty regularly because we're both golf nerds too. So last year he dropped the McDowell's Air Pro Sport 2. So these are the Pro Sport 2 Pro Sport 2s. Vegan leather, so it's very San Francisco friendly. Really well. It's got a dunk tooling, which is I get it. He's an independent guy, and just doing these kind of like high quality bootlegs. The fit is really good. The leather is really soft. It's nice and low to the ground. So what I did was he put in a kind of a padded insole. It's kind of like a spongy. Nice. So I just stuck a OG Nike one in there, and it gives it a real nice low profile feel, like a dunk. And this is a dead stock pair. I have a pair that I wear, and I wear it all the time. I mean, I walk the dog. I go to the market. I'll go to wherever,
When he say he do everything, he do everything.
Okay,
that's crazy, man.
Yeah. I'll go shoot hoops.
Show the tongue real quick, Drew.
Yo, that's tight.
Wow.
Oh, it's got the basketball. I see that. That's nice.
Dolls, baby.
So compared to the OGs of that same model.
So what I told Jimmy this too the other day. I said, hey, compared to the retro, you got the toe shape closer to the OG.
Yep.
Than you did the retro, because I mean, you see how bulbous the retro is.
Yeah, it's a little bulky.
Hey, Andrew too. The gray looks like it matches closer to the original, right? The gray
Correct.
that
Yeah.
Lighter.
a little lighter.
So the way I understood it from Jimmy is that he actually sent his personal pair to his factory in China to deconstruct and then color match and basically like reverse engineer. So that's why he got it so close.
So Andrew, if he can do it, why can't Nike do it? And the real question is, why won't they do it? It's because of that manner. They play games. And eventually down the line, they're gonna make a darn near perfect if they ever put the shoe out, in my opinion, Mac Attack. Because at one point they was trying to say they was gonna make the Air Jordan 6 tongue real high. Y'all remember that? And then they just stopped doing it. So and then you make 86s now, but if you make Jordan, if you make 1985 retros of Jordan, why do you keep making those other cuts of Air Jordan 1s if you could make them all look 85 cut?
Right.
Well, to your point, right? The one that's called the 85 with the hand etched midsole. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
the black red flip.
Yeah.
You know, like that tooling was so good. And it's so unique. Whereas now, you know, everything else they say retro OG 85 high, and it's just that stamp tooling. Like, go back to that. Why not stay with that 85 tooling, that etching? I hear you, man. Like, I think a lot of it is that if you think back to where Nike was 84, 85, 86 when they were developing the Mac and then producing it. Nike wasn't Nike that they are today. They were like a $20 million company, maybe $1 billion company. They're not like a multi-billion-dollar company. So like this shoe probably could have gone out of business. It's the Air Jordan that actually saved them, right? So all the tooling, all the blueprints or what have you probably got destroyed because they had to recycle all the metals, the molds. So, you know, and then, was it 30 plus years later, we're getting a pair, and the people that worked on that project, they're long gone. And everybody else that's the designer or whatever you have, product line manager at Nike now in the sportswear division or whatnot, they have no idea. And then, you know, they say they talk to the community, and the community is all people that are of that generation, not like the guys sitting here,
right?
Good point, bro. They don't have that input, that firsthand input here. Like, hey, this is what it's supposed to be. This is what it's like, and this is the actual story of whatever. So I think that's why it is.
So basically, you know, in hindsight, Nike's really thinking about just the bottom line as opposed to the heritage of each sneaker that they bring out. You get what I'm saying?
Business. You got a point. Yeah. The shoe's still gonna sell.
Yeah, it's still gonna sell regardless of if we feel, us as purists, if we feel that the certain shoe come out, it's not to our liking. Look, you either gonna buy it or you're gonna move on. That's basically what they're saying as far as stuff like that.
I think they feel like too, like the Air Jordan 1's gonna sell. Like the Retro 85, it's like costs them more money and resources, and they're trying to, you know, like with the build and everything, and like they can do that, but it's like they don't feel the need, because they're gonna sell them either way. They don't feel the need to make all of them that way. You know, they did put time and effort into it, and they are good. Like, but I'll compare it to like by Remake Lab, like Andrew was saying, like this guy McDowell, he deconstructed the Mac Attack, and they Vibe did the same thing with like two different factory OGs from 85, and I have both of them in hand, and the leather and the shape, they kind of kick the ass of the Retro 85. The Retro 85 is nice though, like don't get me wrong, they're like more STP factory, but like the BY taller cut, little nicer, just like the way it fits your foot and everything, like you notice the difference like right away. But that's like, you know, they're each one that you buy, they number like they're like in like maybe 2,000 pairs they produced. So I mean, they make quite a bit of shoes, but not like, and that's over a few years. So just that attention to detail and actually like taking a shoe and deconstructing it and like really reworking it. And there's another customizer I've been talking to a lot, named HVND, and he's going to be sending me some pretty cool shit pretty soon here. But he's been talking to like tanneries, like leather, all these different people that used to build the Air Jordan 1 in 1985 and go to these facilities where how they made the shoes, where they got their materials, and he's kind of like really into it because he's out that way. And it's just been kind of interesting, kind of, the different aspects of like how a big brand functions compared to like these little guys that are doing it for pure passion. But then at the same time, you have customizers like Mercury on Instagram, like they're trying to shut them down. It's like they're not harming the brand, but like they're doing their own thing. They're not trying to make your Retro 85 with your red Nike box and selling fakes, as you guys like calling them. But no, they're recreating something from the past. So that's where like I feel like recreating, like Andrew's, those McDowell's, that's like recreating something from the past. The quality, the shape, it's a little nicer than these, it looks like, right? The colors, like the attention to detail. So I see no harm in that, and I stand by Vibe Remake Lab and HVND and Maxio, all these guys that are doing this stuff, and I think they should leave them the hell alone. But then on the opposite side, you have like Hoop Fresh. He makes cool stuff. They even worked with the brand, but then you let him make satin ones and this and that, but you don't shut him down. Like you can't like shut one down. You can't play both sides of the card. So.
Well, it seems like with just like the other brands that's actually using their designs for the like Air Force Ones and Air Jordan 1s. These guys here are actually making a profit off of their design,
right? As
opposed to like that McDowell, he's not making a profit. He's doing this for his pure passion and getting it right. And it's not like he's going out there making 100,000 pairs and trying to sell them at $200 a piece.
No.
You know what I'm saying? He's putting his hard-earned money into something that they should be doing already off the top. Go back to your heritage like you did in the 80s to build to this conglomerate that you got now. Don't be cheapening us with this. The Air Flight 89 lows is probably to me the worst shoe I got in my collection.
Damn.
Hands down. The shape, the build, the craftsmanship. The only thing that I say is a little comfortable than the 2012 pair. But outside of that, I wish I hate I bought that shoe because it doesn't. And I'm being dead serious, man. I'm being dead serious. Like I showed my 89 highs, my Flight 89 highs the other day, man. I got so many people hitting me up asking me to buy it off me. I'm not selling it. Yeah. It took me so long to get that sneaker, man. I'm not selling it at all. And if Nike was even to call me, say, man, look, baby, let's go ahead and get that. No, because I won't see it again. I feel like I will not see that sneaker again. And then when you bring out the retro, whenever you do that, guess what's gonna happen? It's not gonna be right. I'd rather somebody that's gonna get it like McDowell. If he ever do a design off of that shoe, I want in.
So look, if we even look at it, like I showed today, the Bows, they can do it. These are way more closer than this OG pair than what y'all got. They can do it. They can do it. This is the 1992 pair, and this is the other pair. Now the color of that red is off, but that may be due to age. But they can do it. They just won't do it. And so my boy, I'm never gonna say his name, but he works in Beaverton, Oregon. He's on the sample crew. They have different type of crews. You got your Jordan line of guys. He's not with the Jordan line anymore. And my other friend works for Adidas, who does the sampling. And he put me on like speakerphone, put his phone in his pocket, and I'm listening to their conversation. As it's like four people in a room, and they put the shoes on the table. You got like a look-see sample, a EST sample, and all these other different samples. And then they'll say, okay, no, we don't want this because we want this, but change the leather on it. So like they'll be like, the leather is too good, because of the size run we're gonna do. You know how you ever see the size run tags, like these tags, like the size run tags. This is off the 1993 sample of the Olives.
I got both of them. But you see, the Nike Air is different, but they have sizing tags on them. And so if they run a sizing tag like this one is run, the original 93 from 6 to 14 and 15, they say, okay, because we're doing so many, okay, drop the quality of the leather. You know what I'm saying? Or drop the quality of this, or drop the quality of this. But from what I'm hearing, because of the Max is a quick strike, they made the leather pretty good. But initially, they really weren't going to make the leather that good from what I'm hearing, because it wasn't going to be a quick strike. So like, but I know some of those things factor of how many pairs they're going to make, what kind of quality they're going to use, like shatterback board ones, you know what I mean? That type of thing.
Well, it's not like they're getting the materials from the States anyway, because they're making all these sneakers overseas.
Right.
So everything is over there is pretty cheap, right? So
Yeah,
bottom line
some
is
things are cheaper.
That's what I'm saying. So bottom line is you spending what, $5 to make a shoe?
I'm not sure.
Maybe 20 at the most.
I think the main thing that we're missing is they know they're gonna sell their shoes anyway. They're gonna make a profit anyway. So it's like we're just gonna give them we're not gonna give them what they really want. We just we'll give them halfway what they want by bringing the shoe out that people want, but it's not gonna be exactly like it was back in the day.
Right.
And then they'll buy it again.
Like my original look-see define of what is the 6s that came out with the 11s? I got real
DMPs.
metal on the back. Oh, that's real metal. Even the 23 is real metal. I mean, they're right up here. All this is real metal.
Huh.
And I got this look-see sample way before the shoe came out. And I remember when I bought the shoe and I got them in, I was like, this is like plastic. You know, so like they do that all the time. They can do it. They put a quality sample out and then they downgrade it for the masses. But that's business 101. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not like we wouldn't do the same thing. You know?
True.
I mean, if they can cut corners, why not?
Cut corners and save
You're
money.
still gonna
Well,
buy
save
it.
money, make it, and make a profit
I mean,
at the same time.
it
It's a
goes back
win-win
to the
for them.
same thing, you know, how they used to put the little extras in the box. You know what I mean? It's like Nick was saying earlier, you know, it's good that they're giving us the brochures to come along with the airships now. You know what I mean? Any other time they wouldn't have done that.
Right. But it's funny too, because like if you think back just a few months ago, the Air Jordan 2 Chicago came out. It was like 220, 210, I don't know, something like that. Say it was $200. Then they had the white green pair come out, exact same shoe, just different colorway, same leather, and it was $30 less. So it's like we paid $30 more for a pamphlet and the hang tag.
And the hang tag.
You got to pay for that paper.
You got to pay for them extras, man.
Yeah, it's like it didn't really. Yeah.
Andrew and OG, if y'all don't mind, Hops and Black, I got a good question for him, bro. And I want to ask this question. So we all are familiar with. I've been saying Macklemore all week because there's a sample I've been trying to buy. I've been trying to buy a Macklemore sample. It's McEnroe. I know. I said it on the sneaker battle, but McEnroe. Everybody been flaming me for it, bro.
As they should.
As they should. As they should. as they should.
You got one job, Ron. You got a run job.
Hey, right. One job, and I missed it. But McEnroe, legendary, 1981. I was born in 81. All right. We got the Wimbledon championships. We all know he went off. I'm a baby at the time. Okay. So I saw like replays later in life. But I always remembered that people back in the days were talking about his shoes because they thought that he was wearing Bruins when he was playing tennis. So if you remember, Nike put out a poster back in the days that says McEnroe swears by it. And it was the court challenge, right? The court challenge.
The original challenge court 3/4, yeah. It was like the predecessor to these in like 83 with the 3 height. Yeah.
So I own the 1981 Bruins because I thought they were the original McEnroes, all right, but they weren't. So I get a little bit older, got the same soul. I get a little bit older and I see it. My question to both of you guys, would you rather the McEnroe court challenge to come back out in the original form, original everything, or would you rather the 1982 Bruins that oh boy won on Back to the Future? the Back to the Future pair with the red swoosh, and I think Lab did a pair of them, like the real Nike Lab did a pair of those. You know what I'm talking about? So you ever watch Back to the Future?
Yeah.
It's this pair.
Yeah.
This the 1981 pair, but remember he was wearing these in Back to the Future every episode that came out.
Oh.
But he had a red swoosh on it. Michael J. Fox had a red swoosh, and the whole black was red. This pair came out in 1981, but his pair came out in 1982. If y'all want to pull a picture of them, I want to know which one would you want.
I personally like the challenge court better because I'm a big fan of 3/4 height. I still kick myself to this day because I want to say 2013 they did the Nike SB challenge court, and it was the Nike ad with Gino Iannucci, and then he was skating through New York, and then he skates up to John McEnroe reading a newspaper, and McEnroe looks at him all pissed off, and then they look at the shoes, and they're both wearing the challenge court SBs in the gorge green, is white with gorge green, and I had a pair, and I donated them to the homeless. Because they were half size too small, so I donated that one as well. I had the white and the gray, the white, gray, and the green, and then the black with the purple lining. And I donated them, and I've been chasing a pair ever since. So that long-winded answer, but challenge court. I think I'd take that. I had a 2004 retro from Corgi Shoe, and it came unglued, and I threw that one away too. So kind of like one of those chasing aiming kind of shoes.
Which one would you take, OG?
For me, it'd be definitely the challenge court too. I'm actually watching a white and natural gray pair on eBay, and I'd like to get. I really like the white, red, and blue ones. That's kind of like the top of my list, and they really remind me of a few years later the Court Force Low. And I actually last time I was on the show with Black and Hop, I busted those out because I just got them shortly before that, and there's been a few pairs I've kind of missed out on, and those like the gray ones and the white, red, and blues I definitely, just like the Bruins, really simple, but I like the construction and the design a little more of the, it kind of transitions into this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
Or it's more my style. I do have some I think my Blazers are my oldest Nike. It's the Blazer that MJ rocked in high school, so otherwise, I probably won't have those, but kind of like 84 and up is kind of like more like where my Nike wheelhouse. I think 84 to 90. I'll say 84 to 93 is my favorite era. 84, 93. So
yeah. Mine is like 86, 87 to 94. That's mine.
Okay. Yeah, we're close.
Yeah.
Mine's more 89 up, bro. I really like the 90s. 1990 and 91 to me at 91 and
early 90s.
Best shoes ever, bro.
91 catalog was just any 88 to 92 catalog or whatever. It's bizarre. That's why I love chasing the original stuff because there's no way you could have obtained a quarter of it back then. There's so much. So.
Yeah.
There's so many crazy good models.
Man, you would see pictures. You see pictures of shoe stores from back in the day, and it's just like a wall full of gems. You know what I mean? It's just everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Each group: basketball, tennis, trainer, running. It's just like each category.
Yeah. When they actually had categories.
Right, walking. Even had some walking era.
Yeah. So it's crazy because what we were saying. So Nike was trying to basically McEnroe was pushing Nike in the 80s. It did in the early 80s. In 81, before McEnroe had any type of contractual source or relationship with Nike, he was wearing court classics. And it's the same thing for Michael J. Fox on Back to the Future. They didn't want him to wear that shoe on the show. That's why his shoe was so beat up on the show. That's his shoe. That was his shoe that he was actually rocking while he was doing the sets and going through the dialogue and learning all the stuff he had to read. And when he was doing the transcripts, they looked down at his feet and they're like, oh, okay, you can wear those, but we got to take off the brand and we got to take that Nike off. And the same like for McEnroe. So like these companies back then, when somebody great will wear their shoe, they like make a poster like that person was like, you know what I'm saying, pushing the brand. So I say all that to say that OG came out and said something really, really crazy that just kind of shook everything about this retro. He pointed out that he could hold his box up, that on his box it said Mac. On our boxes it says Attack. So can you hold your box up too, bro?
Yeah.
So there were two labelings.
Okay.
On the OGs or
On the OG.
the retros?
So here's the Mac.
Okay.
On the retro, it says
Retro is Attack 7392. Yeah.
it says Nike Attack instead of, so there's no mention of McEnroe.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then on the backside of the box it says 7392 Attack.
it says Attack, right?
So I went down the conversation with I forget who it was. Maybe it was Caleb, but they never, not that I've seen, they've never labeled it as Mac Attack. It's either the Attack and then there's the Mac, and I think part of it was so that they could kind of pay an endorsement to justify an endorsement payment to McEnroe.
Mm-hmm.
But I went through a bunch of catalogs in 83, 84, 85, 86, and the Mac Attack is not in any of the catalogs that I have, or the Nike Attack, I should say. There is a shoe called the Impulse. I just took some screenshots. I just don't know how to send them over in this right now.
Mm-hmm.
But the Impulse has that same kind of toe box, that this kind of boxing and that
Mm-hmm.
It had that same kind of, so it kind of seemed like a precursor to the Mac Attack. Yeah, so just for clarification, it's never. It's kind of like a nickname of the Mac Attack is a nickname.
Do you think he's getting royalties off this shoe, or is it another one of Nike's type of Chris Webber, Deion Sanders type game? And when they take there's no branding. What do y'all think?
No, I think he's a legacy athlete, so he's still with Nike. I mean, he did this. I got a couple of these pretty cool things. So like this one is pretty cool. Like McEnroe said it better.
That's tight.
This is from Squarespace. So seriously, all right. So Squarespace did a ad campaign on YouTube. You can look it up, where it says John McEnroe doing voiceover. He's a voice actor, so he does voiceovers, and it's a short story, a short movie, short film, and they did a little capsule with like a hat and the shirt and some other stuff, and then the funds went to his tennis academy. But yeah, he's still with Nike. So I mean, he's one of those. And a lot of people don't realize that he was actually a Nike signature athlete before Michael Jordan. That's everybody's like, oh, Michael Jordan is the. So Michael Jordan is like the first name shoe athlete. So, like I said, the Mac Attack's not an official shoe name. Air Jordan is the first official, I think, Nike signature shoe. And I just realized it the other day, Nick, and you'll dig this. The first Nike signature athlete, Wayne Wells, 1972, wrestler. He had that wrestling shoe. And then John McEnroe signed, I think, in like 82-ish, something like that. He was with Nike, but I don't think they signed him on as like a signature athlete. And then Jordan was 85, right? 84?
84, 85.
Then,
Yeah, 84, 85.
But he was the third Nike athlete. So I said, Michael Jordan's number 3, just like that 84 draft.
Damn.
Hey, don't tell him that he's gonna take it personally.
Yeah, he's gonna take it personally. Yeah. But yeah, like they got some pretty cool Nike stuff, like
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
Dang.
this a retro one. The
That's dope.
silhouette, the face
With
of
the
silhouette.
headband.
And then I found this one. This was a funny one though.
Can't be serious.
You
Yeah,
can't
right.
be serious.
And it's pretty cool because like they took the time out to do this nice little tag.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Oh, his signature.
Oh, that's dope, bro.
With the
Nice.
checkerboard. With the
Checkerboard,
checkerboard.
Checkerboard and his autograph.
On the details.
So
Nice.
Yeah, little details make a difference.
Yeah.
Is that all you have to show to go with the Max? You got anything
Well,
else?
I got a
you
couple
want
other,
to showcase real quick?
I got the Zoom trainers. So he did that. And this is a sample pair, so I don't think they ever
Oh my
released
God.
Oh Lord!
Oh
Stop saying
Lord,
sample,
bro.
man. Stop saying
That's the
sample.
reason. That's the reason why you pull that shirt out. To match that shoe.
Hey! Now we got something to trade for the Bulls.
And then that was 2000. I don't know. And then I got the trainer one.
Mm-hmm.
So this one was Nike. This was nice because this was the map logo.
They did a sample
orange
P
label.
pair for him. You remember they did a P pair? It wasn't that. I think it was the Air Trainer ones. Yo, that's
Nice.
crazy.
Mac nose.
Wow.
Yeah. And then like we're talking about the bootlegs and how the Mac Attack had kind of inspired a lot of like the independent guys like HVND, McDowell's. There's also the Thinking Different, George Robertson. He did the Thinking Different.
That's tight.
They're called the Hack Attack.
So what is that? Is that like a towel sock liner?
So
That's what I was
this
looking
is
at.
supposed to be. This is a rabbit.
Right.
So he's a big Apple nerd and a Matrix nerd. So Matrix was Follow the White Rabbit. So the rabbit, Hack Attack. So the colors, so the perforation is not that, it's smaller compared to the OG. The perforation is, and then the colors are a little bit off.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it's a darker
Yeah.
darker gray.
What about the also?
Also, it's kind of a modified dunk.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he did it in the white and black too.
Damn, Drew.
So yeah, these are
Nice.
These are Italian leather, made in Italy. Really nice quality, nice solid construction. I noticed that we did the stitching all the way around the toe box.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
So on the OGs, and this is what I love about the OGs. And I'm sorry I talk so much, but
No, you good, bro.
No, this is all about y'all, man.
right. So you see how the stitching goes all the way around the heel, but it doesn't come to the toe box.
Mm-hmm.
And what I really love about that is I know for sure that if I was to wear these, which I still do, anytime my daughter does a dance performance, I wear these shoes. It's like a tradition.
Gotcha.
Because it's stitched over here, because it's stitched around the heel, I will know these will never come apart. Like you won't have it falling, flapping on you in the back.
Won't flap.
Yeah.
My skunks kind of
Yeah,
but
so-
you're right. That stitching holds it.
Yeah.
Real quick.
so-
So, do you know exactly why they did that 3/4 stitching on the outsole? Is it a reason?
I think it's for durability because, like, when you're playing and you're doing all the torque, and when you're going back and forth on the court, it just adds that much, much more durability in that heel area. I mean, that's my only thought.
Maybe the toe's not stitched, so it has more bend, more flex.
Could be, yeah.
See, like with like the pro circuit and some other models like that.
So that toe is not separating then, right?
No, it's not this one.
Nice.
It's good.
That's some strong glue.
That's
Wow.
it's funny. Like, 'cause I have a couple like older pairs that I've worn, and like the glue on like the 80s, you know, like
Totally.
these older models with the cup soles and all that. Like the glue, it seems like it holds. It's fine. I have, I think, some Converse, or the Pro Mesh. They're from like 1980, and they were brand new. One of the guys on Instagram, he sold me a pair, and I'm like, I wonder if these are going to hold up. And sure enough, that glue's fine. I put on a pair of Jordan 11s. I wear them once, and the midsole falls off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At least I practiced enough where I could do it, but it's like, it's weird. It's just like that arrow when they're whatever glue they're using, like thinner layers, and you notice too, like the 80s glue, it's like yellows. It gets more yellow, and then like it was translucent for like, so it's just a totally different type of glue they were using, and
Yeah.
hopefully,
Exactly.
hopefully you won't have the issue like later with what glue they're using now. Hopefully using something strong like the barge cement that we use to reglue this stuff. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, can I ask one more question, please?
Go ahead, bro.
Can I ask these two gentlemen? And I don't know what part of the house they in right now, man, where they can get it. If they could, what is your absolutely favorite shoe in your entire collection? And can you show us? If not, you can tell us. But if you could show us, even better. The best shoe. Your house burning down. You can only grab one shoe. Prayerfully not.
And this ain't no sneaker battle.
No, it's not a sneaker battle. Because both of y'all gonna win if it is. No losers.
Nick, I think you know what I'm gonna grab already.
I think I know what OG finna pull out. And if y'all see what this dude has, Jesus.
I think he's chill. I think he's in Cisco.
Golly.
Hold on. Wait 1 minute. And you got the hang tag.
God.
Yeah.
And you got the
So-
hang tag.
I got these, and then I got the keychain.
Oh wow. Wow.
I seen the keychain like that on eBay.
Oh,
Yeah. I think that's where I got it actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, dope, bro. Look at that shape, man. Look at the shape.
Man.
Perfect. You can
Look
see
at,
both.
You know what?
look at that thick cut material. Durable new buck.
Yeah, you know the thing about it too is this is a dead stock pair. I got it from Spain, and it's a weird size. It's a size 12.5.
Oh,
Wow.
that's a good size. That's a hard
That's a
size.
unicorn. Yeah, that's a unicorn. Hey, so let me ask you something, Drew.
It's for sale. It's for sale. $35,000.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
no,
I
he's
had to
not.
sell one.
Someone give me $35,000 for a pair of shoes. Yeah, I'm taking it.
Right.
So let me ask you this.
You ain't
Let
wrong.
me ask you this.
So,
With that shoe, did it actually come with a tech booklet?
it did
its,
not, but I have
okay.
a pair from so I have a few pairs.
Right, Dub P? That's a damn.
So I
Even the
keep a-
retro. I love the retro, man. I love the 2022 retro. That very comfortable sneaker, man.
you guys ready?
Yeah, these dudes can pull out shoes all day, and I would just sit here like a quiet little schoolgirl, bro.
All right.
So this is one of the pairs I got from Corgi. He's a legend. So,
Cool. Leave with the box.
Orange box.
and then Black's gonna like this one though, because this is his favorite.
Oh snap!
Be
My
careful.
favorite color. Ooh. My goodness.
All right, this is the '88 pair. So the chlorophyll came out in '87, and then the '88 version has the turn and stitch tongue edge instead of the piping.
Right.
So that's the difference.
You remember that sneaker came out in they retro that sneaker in like '94.
Yep. So I have the one in the book is the '94 version called the SC.
Mhm.
And
That's
so
the
what
one
they
I
did
had.
with the SC, it's not navy blue, it's a black.
Mm-hmm.
So but to your question,
Yes,
There we
'cause
go.
that's what I had.
Oh, that's
I
the
had the
same
book.
one that came with the air pressures. Or was it similar?
Yeah, all of them came like that back in the day. All models, some models came like
Yeah.
that back in the day. It's just
The tech
particular
breakdown.
ones. Yeah, it was just
So
particular
they
ones.
break the tech down. That's sweet.
hmm I love when they do that stuff, man. Like that.
Me
Just
too,
bring us
bro.
all the goodies like that, man.
Yeah.
Stop charging us for some damn paper.
$40. $40 a video.
I know,
$4
right?
markup.
Before tax.
And that's a beautiful pair, man. That's definitely a beautiful pair.
Yeah.
And I know which pair Nick is grabbing too. I
Yeah,
already know.
Let me go to Nick real
It's a
quick.
size 12 and a half or something like
There's
that.
Grails and then there's Ultimate Grails, and this was a dream come true. So
Oh, y'all, they don't know what they're looking at. Nick, explain it to them. Nick, explain it to them.
this is the Air Jordan 5 worn by the GOAT Truly, and original midsoles, as you can see. Speculated that these were from the number 12 game when he had his jersey stolen against the Orlando Magic. You can see the netting is still like icy. Just look at the toe box on it too. It's like crazy. So
Nothing
long.
like the fives they're bringing out now. Nothing like them.
And the liner too. The liner it's like satin, really thin nylon. It's not cotton. It's less padding. It's really nice.
And your 23 don't have no shadow to it.
I was gonna say, show the close up if you can of the 23. That's what I was looking at.
I love that
23
block.
no
23.
black stitching. Yep, no black stitching around it. So nice Nike Air here. And yeah, there's like some blue like scuff marks and stuff too. That makes me think that they were the actual pair from
Game
Magic, like with like the the competitors their shoes, that they might have scuffed. So
yeah.
but yeah, this is definitely one of like the earlier productions with the lining and with the tags. So it was one of the very first times that MJ actually rocked the Air Jordan 5.
What's so crazy about that is that side netting, it's not even yellow.
Yeah.
No, and these were worn. You gotta think, they were out, they were exposed, and they're nothing. I'm not gonna swap the midsoles unless they're like totally, you can still see the area in it. There's still definitely a lot of structure there, but I just serve them on the silver platter. I got both shoes on, or one shoe on each display to kind of showcase them, and But yeah, this is my ultimate Grail here, and it's kind of speechless. It's pretty awesome thing to have.
Yeah.
So, thanks again.
It's a beautiful shoe, bro.
I traded him some OG ones for this pair, so it's definitely worth it.
Man, that is beautiful.
That's crazy.
Nick say I'm walking out the house, burning house gingerly with these here.
Hey, Black. Hold on, put me on the screen real quick. I can see Nick running out the house like this, holding both shoes. He running out the house like this.
Hey, don't let him be upstairs, man. Don't let him be upstairs with him.
Heck no.
So here's the difference that the people want to see. Like his pair doesn't have that shadow. It's the original sole. I don't have no yellow nettings too though, but
no, you don't.
This pair doesn't have. I got the black tone, but remember he's got the white one. The 23 wasn't on his pair. If he can hold it up,
no, that was actually a player edition.
That was a player.
That was a PE. Yeah,
I think that. What size was it? 12 and a half or 13 and a half? He is.
Oh, I'm not sure. He didn't.
He was a 13.
It might be 13 and a half. Yeah,
that's Jordan size.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, he said he thinks it's probably game one.
Jesus.
He said he thinks it's probably game one. Yeah,
that's insane, bro.
Well,
beautiful, man. Beautiful.
I got one more question. Maybe it's basically just giving your overall thoughts on the Mac attacks or the attacks or whatever we want to call them.
Yeah, just do a general review. We got one more thing we want to do real quick before we close
a general
out.
review. So since Andrew got his up, give us your thoughts and your score on how they did with this retro.
I'm just excited, man. Like, this is such a great shoe. I think I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. It's got some toe box shape that I'd like to see kind of come down. We'll see how it breaks in, but the details, how they brought back the sole and the quality of the nice soft leather. It's great. Why it took so long to bring this back, I have no idea. But I mean, this doesn't look like a shoe that would have come out of the 80s, and that's what makes it so special. Yeah, I'm excited.
Do y'all real quick? Do y'all think they needed somebody like Travis Scott to endorse this shoe to bring it out?
For the masses, non-OG heads, yes.
Respectfully, I say no.
For a quick strike, I don't think they needed it either. I think it's
Nah.
enough demand for a quick strike, like a lower quantity release. That
Yeah,
they go.
because I read LeBron had it on like a few months ago too. Oh, I don't know
Yeah,
if
but
it
they're
was
gonna
last
come out
year
with a whole
or
bunch
few
of
months
them.
ago.
Like there's gonna be social status ones. There's gonna be a whole.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is why-
I've seen
yeah,
those. I've seen
Like I
those. Yeah,
said, they can keep all that, man.
yeah.
I
for
got what I
real.
want. They can keep all that. I got what I want.
I think
Same here.
I think that
They
if
get
they
mine.
I think that if they had really put their marketing machine into, hyperdrive, then they can do it. Doesn't have to be necessarily a Mac attack, but they can do anything, right? They're a marketing company that makes athletic gear, and that's how they were in the 80s. It's great ad campaigns, great print ads.
Yeah, yeah.
And you had the athlete to sell the dream, the idea. So I don't think they needed it they don't need Travis Scott to make this appeal to us, being
Right.
older
Right.
generation, but for the 20-somethings,
Yeah.
they'll be like, oh, well, that's cool.
Just put a
But
backwards
definitely
swoosh
doesn't
on
mean
it, and they got you.
the backward switch. No.
You're not gonna get the backer swooshes.
No.
What's your overall thoughts and opinions and what you give it, Nick, as far as what Nike did with these Mac attacks?
Yeah, I give it an 8.5, and I did a full review on my YouTube. I actually released it today, and that's the score I gave it. I really like it. Like Andrew said, a lot of good things. There's definitely differences, and I've explained before, like to get a 10 out of 10, it could happen. Definitely could happen, but there's some differences. There's some not even differences, just like more improvements of what I like to see, like with the toe, just like it looks good here. Like if you as I was trying to explain to people too, they're doing that with like the Air Jordan 2. They're like, oh look, that toe, it's so straight. It's like, well, show the whole shoe and then hold it. Like it could be down, like that's what you want. And like you try to be tricky with it or whatever, but like at the end of the day, when you bring the OG out and you see toe to toe, this kind of curls up a little bit. But I mean, overall, and that's what we do now. We have something to base it off of, to what you have seen the shoe or what you had back in the day, or maybe you collect the shoe now. So you're gonna compare it. You're gonna look at it. You're gonna reference it to something. So that's what we do, and it's a solid retro. I mentioned it. Even in my video earlier, I'm like, I wish that the Flight Light 2 got the attention that these did, with like material, with packaging, with construction. This isn't perfect, but it's definitely, it had more time and thought put into it. So yeah, I mean, nothing really. And this is the first time they brought them back too. It's like working off of this, like, wow, that's nice. Like the Air Jordan 4, how many times has that been retroed and they look like freaking got steel toes on retros? And like, it's like you keep releasing the same shoe, but not like, and they'll take one detail and fix it, and then they'll mess up two other details, and like between each era, even you see it with the Jordan 7, even like the tongues on the Cardinal, it's like they made it like wider and a little taller. When like the remastered tongues, if they had like the same cut there, it'd been a damn near perfect retro. So just like I'd like to see them always like stepping in the right direction and taking little tweaks and like just fine tuning it like every time something's released. So but it's kind of a gamble. It's like you don't know what you're gonna get until you get it in hand.
Right,
exactly.
Right.
Crap shoot.
Playoff 8's coming out. I'm gonna use that as a perfect example. Like they're not right.
they look terrible.
They're not right. They killed the 2015. Killed the Aqua 8. They look. I did a comparison with the OG, and like toe box shape, everything. The build, the materials were nice, you know. And now I'm like, what? Why would they not? I'm like, just stick with those specs. Do whatever. I don't know, like with the molding, like Andrew was saying, they destroy the molds. I don't know. But like, take notes. Like, this is what you do. Like, make it right, you know. So finally, we're gonna get red pull tabs, but then red pull tabs are bust. That's my thing. But they're not. Now it's red pull tabs bust and bust everything else. You know, I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
the leather looks kind of sus.
It's
What's that?
it's new buck, I think.
Yeah,
Hell,
whatever
the
the
other day,
upper material
the shape of the Retro 8 playoff is terrible, bro. It's probably the
looks
worst
like-
8.
They made it pointy. It looks like a running shoe.
Yep,
Like,
it looks pointed.
yeah, it looks really pointed and it's kind of weird. And I'll still get a pair because I sold my other ones. I want a pair to wear, but yeah, if they just stuck with the specs from 2015 and then just used like the updated materials, like they got, like they're trying to do the textured nubuck, like the OG, and they just got like those, you know, same template. Like you could have used like, you know, the midsole looks good. They got the like the sparkle, the fleck,
Sparkle.
great.
Yeah.
The midsole look really nice. Just the toe and like, you know, there's a few other things, but yeah, the toe box is definitely. I was like, oh. Like, it's not a running shoe. It's a Jordan 8. It's a, you know, that's my second Air Jordan as a kid. And that was like the street ball shoe with the Air Raid, you know? It's like, that's,
Yeah.
look at that's what you think of. And it's like, you put this sleek toe, it doesn't match the shoe, you know, at the end of the day. So,
All right. So we're going to go to the guy that supplied the panel with these Mac attacks. Give us your opinions. Your
Before I
thoughts.
seen OG and Burst, and before I saw my guy down
It's
there,
not burst, it's bust.
Bust, OG and Burst.
I gotta correct you, man.
OG and Burst,
You know I
Macklemore.
said Macklemore, bro. Give me some credit. I was somewhere in the same room. My wife gets on me for that all the time. You can't everybody's name wrong. Hey, but before I would have rated these a 9, I got to go with an 8.5 since I saw everything they pulled out tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's crazy. I don't owe none of those OGs, bro. So to see them guys pull them out with streets. One thing I do like about this shoe, I think the leather, they did a amazing job with that leather, bro. The shape is good if you don't own the retros because you can kind of just not compare them to. But once you look at their videos and you see the sleekness of that toe box, which I know I'm a stickler of, it drops it down. But I agree. This is the first retro. Okay, you know what I'm saying, and just to be happy that they brought them back out for us, you know, I got to give them an 8.5 because they didn't even have to bring them out. They didn't have to, and they did.
All right.
I had mentioned it. I had mentioned it to a couple people. This is the first retro of the Map Attack, and if you think about how the evolution of the Air Jordan, it took them 20 years, 23 years to get the toe box right on a lot of these, a lot of the newer models. So the way we look at it, hey, if this is the beginning, this is a solid start. So in 20 years, we'll have that toe box.
I was gonna ask, like, where would you rank this retro compared to other retros that you've seen? Is this like one of the better ones that you've seen? Or is there another one out there that is almost perfect? Like, I know Nick was saying that the Aquas back in the day was pretty close to it, to the original.
The 2022 Air Trainer 1, the chlorophyll, and then the white and red navy, those are actually done very well, I think. Like,
and people slept on those shoes, bro.
And the comfort level is there.
That's the closest it's ever been to the OG. And you look at the color of the green. It's never been like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, that's probably the most recent one for me. I don't know what Nick, if you got any.
Sleeper. It's definitely a sleeper, but it comes to mind. But I bought two. The Chicago AJKO, all canvas. The padding on the collar, everything is really. I mean, it's a simple shoe. And you think like the simpler shoes, they would just knock out of the park every time, but. Yeah, that one, that's a more recent retro. Those are really, I'm really impressed. Right when I got one pair and I bought another one because I had the OG black and red AJKO, and I just brought my Chicago out, but I'm like, wow, I'm like, okay, like the material's nice, the shape, the construction, really comfortable. Just like if you guys like the airships and the Retro 85s, it's got the thick polyurethane insole, all those specs, and totally slept on. Like nobody even cared about the Agent KO. So it's a knockoff. Who wants it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but those were really really nice. That's one of the newer retros. Yeah. And also like the runners, man. Nike's killing it with the runners. The Air Max 90s. I got like 5 pairs in my rotation right now. Just the infrared and the laser blue. Hirachis, I think they've been doing a really good job, even though they run small. Definitely go.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Nike running. They've been pretty good. Got quite a few. I actually had my USA Air Max Triax on, and those are pretty nice too. They came out in 2020, so wore those for Memorial Day. But yeah, those are pretty nice too. And yeah, there's quite a few runners. I think they've been doing it. I like to see that kind of move into like the basketball era of like twos, and see some more models pop up and with nicer materials like we see with the Mac, even if they're quick strikes. There's a lot of Air Force 5, Flight 89 high, Revolution, like bring the Revolution back at high top. So,
man, we don't. That's a whole nother show right there, bro.
I am the Alpha Forces. It's gonna be cool, But like, I don't know if you guys noticed, it's like tumbled leather. It's not full grain, so it's like they're like totally changing up like the aesthetic, the look of the leather on the shoe. So, and also I know I mentioned it before, the Revolution that has like the blue notes and like the accents on the white and red and black pair. They have the blue. These should have that, but it doesn't. So it's like things that are obvious like that at this point, I feel like Nike can be doing and they should be doing, but they're just like, let's just throw black and gray on it and call it a day. So
yeah.
Or does somebody not do their job and actually do a little bit of research, a little TLC? So yeah, but I'm hopefully we see, like even hop with the Air Force 3s. That'd be great to see.
Oh yeah.
The Air Raid 2s. We need the Air Raid 2s, bro.
It's so many shoes, man. We could probably go through and name.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's if they just opened up the archives and give us what we want, but that would be too much. Like right.
Trainer E, right, Andrew? Trainer E.
Okay. What you say, Hop? What you say, Hop, as far as the Mac Attack and
I mean,
first impression?
To the naked eye, until I saw the OGs, I thought the shoe was. You can take me off the big screen, bro. I thought when I got him in hand, I thought like the construction, the craftsmanship, the leather. It was like, I feel like unless you like really know what that shoe is, it would slip under the radar to a lot of people. You know what I mean? But just like the sturdiness of it, just how it looks as a whole, I loved it. I actually, without looking at, the OG pairs, the toe box, I like the slope of it. I like the slant of it. But when you get to the toe box, it kind of levels out. But looking at it, to me, it does kind of have like an OG slope to it. It's got that sleekness to it compared to a lot of other retros that you see coming out, and they're not going to give us what we want. It's always the toe box that they never get right on every shoe. Pretty much, it's always the toe box, that sleekness, that that slope. But to the naked eye, without doing the comparisons, I think it's a dope shoe. I like them. I love them.
Yeah.
For me,
sorry.
Go ahead, Nick.
Again, I think it's like the construction of like the toe box is good, but I feel like it's like the midsole kind of, like
yeah.
Like the molding of it. It's actually that we've seen, like even in the Cardinal 7s, even like they have a little. It looks like when you push it down next to the OG, it looks like the same construction, like from the upper and then going up to the to the tongue, but it's just the shape of like however it's molded from the midsole and the outsole, and then it's just got that little bit of little hook. So.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, Nick, you got your OG handy next to the retro? Because the one big gripe I think that people have is the color of the tongue. So my pair is not dead stock. So I wanted to know is how white is your tongue? Because it looks like it was at one point like off white or sort of like a light gray, and then there's not as much differential with the piping and the tongue. You know, so you see the retro is very white and the dark gray kind of piping, and then over here it's kind of like a little bit of a blend.
It's definitely the padding. Like the padding it has some tint. It's got a kind of a tint to it, the padding. So over time, or maybe it was just kind of more yellowed. The OG definitely has. You can see back there. It's definitely it's just got kind of a yellowish hue. Maybe it was when it came out the factory, but I'm not sure. But we see Jordan Brand doing that with like the Retro 1, Retro 85s and stuff. And they actually put like white padding in the black and white pair, but then they did like this kind of mock, more yellow tinted, But yeah, maybe that might have been how they actually looked, and maybe it didn't even, turn color. So then, yeah, when you look at the front of the tongue, obviously the new one, it looks a little more white.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely more padded. Yeah, definitely a lot more padding on the road.
I know for me, as far as this is like my first time ever having this shoe in hand. I've always seen pictures of this sneaker. Like Hop said, off initial, you would think that they got it right. Up until we see your OGs and we see the subtle differences, mainly the toe box slope of it. But to be honest, for this being the first time I ever had this shoe in hand and then owning it, for me, I give it a 8.5 out of 10. Just because of the toe box from your OG pairs to this retro pair. But like Andrew said, in 20 years they'll get it right.
In 20 years we'll still be buying shoes.
Exactly. I noticed something else. This will be my last thing about it. I noticed something else on the back. You see that widow's peak?
Yeah.
Did the OGs have that?
Very small.
Yeah, this is here is very, very small too.
Yeah. They're I can just hold them. Yep.
I guess it's more noticeable, just going off what you're showing, more noticeable on the retro than OG.
Yeah, I think it's slightly larger cut on the retro.
Is that Nike printed on the back, or I'm feeling it? It feels like it's kind of.
Yeah, it looks like this one. You feel it on the retro, and on this one, it's smooth. It's like it feels like airbrushed,
Oh.
It's a little.
So the retro gonna come off.
Yeah, italic. I wish they got the Nike a little better. That's like one of my things.
Yeah.
The midsole with. Let me just do one of these.
Every time he puts them up, you got to take them back out.
No power here, so no harm done.
I'll tell you.
The midsole.
Dang. Yeah, you could definitely see it now.
Yeah, you can see it, bro.
The toe box, the width of the midsole, and then like the shade of gray, I think is my top 3 reason why I gave it an 8.5. So
it's gray dark.
My 2 cents.
One thing for sure, Black, the Manor doesn't have a widow's peak.
Yo, what's that red thing on the
inner? That red thing right there on the inside?
It's like a heat meter, a heat gauge.
Yeah.
Like that thing that be on the Energizer battery bunnies.
And these are super light. They're super light. They're like I don't know.
I thought nobody knew about the Manors, bro. Like nobody talks about it. Man, that's funny, bro.
It was a funny time.
All right, real quick. I got one more thing that I want to do real quick, and this is something that I saw on Instagram. I wanted to do this real quick, and we're gonna close it out, man. So let me see if y'all can see this. Did you add it, Black? I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Can you see this, Drew?
Yes, sir.
All right. So in chat, we want to know how y'all feeling about this. So shout out to No Ideas Original. If y'all if you don't follow him on Instagram, go check him out. He's got a real dope page. He shows like the OG shoes and how they used to rock them back in the day when they was actually being made and when they first came out. So he posted this up, and once another shout out to Talking Kicks. They kind of did this with us on their show. So when I saw this, I said I got to take a page out of their book. So choice is yours. Y'all going 90, 91, and 92. Which one of y'all picking?
91 easy for me.
Oddly enough, I'd go 91 over 90.
Okay.
Even though there's that tech challenge in there, yeah, 91 is.
1991 infrared is the best, but we got to go with both of the OGs from 92, bro.
Oh, there you
It's
go.
only
you just-
because the two of these look better than that. What was that shoe in the 91, the middle one? Got the name.
180.
180.
Oh,
180.
180.
180 max.
I couldn't do the 180s or the Hirachis. Hirachis hurt.
I would say for me the 1990 because it has my favorite Jordan of all time, which is the black metallics.
Yeah.
I got the Tech Challenge 3s, and I'm still advocating for Nike to make that Air Trainer SC just like that, same materials, because that shoe was never all leather. It was suede, nubuck, or durabuck, and leather. And go ahead and put that Stitch 34 on the back because Bo Jackson is still an endorser. So that'll be my pick. 1990.
Okay.
Favorite year.
Yeah, I think I would have to go with 90 also, but 92, that Trainer Hirachi, that's one of my favorite shoes of all time right there, bro.
Bruh, me too, bro. It's in my top.
And I ain't gonna lie, when you showed that shoe, Ronji, I wanted to reach through the screen and slap it out your hand.
I still wear them, bro. I still wear them.
What's interesting about 92 is they put the Trainer Hirachi, the Jordan Olympic 7, and then they put the Air Trainer XL. I mean, I feel they could have gone with I feel like they could have gone with a stronger 92 shoe than the XL.
Yeah,
But
they probably could have.
That shoe sold well, but like
Representation.
you look at the top two lines. The top two lines are all icons.
Right.
Yeah,
XL is not an icon.
Exactly. Yeah, but yeah, I do have to go with 90. That 5, the Bo Jackson, the Trainer, and the Agassiz, man. That's a hard lineup to beat right there. I mean,
so Andrew, what would you put in that place then of that XL?
In 90 for 92, I gotta think now. I mean, you could throw in the Air, you could throw in the Air Challenge Hirachi. I mean, you put that in there. That's the Agassi shoe.
True.
You plug that right in. You got Bo, Jordan, Agassi.
Yeah.
True.
And I write this all the time. I said in the 90s, those are top three sellers and movers.
Yeah.
All right.
I ain't gonna lie. If I could put another brand, I would put the Shack Attacks in 92.
That works.
Shack Attack Reebok. I know it's all Nike, but if I could do any, it would be the Shack Attack. Were they 92? Yeah.
Yeah, it was 92. It was 92. Definitely 92. But I mean, when they brought that Raiders colorway of the Air Trainer 3 or Air Trainer SE last year, I felt like that was like a slap in the face of all the purists. Because that's not how that shoe came. That's not a Raiders colorway.
The white midsole. With the white midsole,
that's not a Raiders colorway. It's like once again it goes back to what we were saying earlier about them giving us something and knowing that you know people gonna buy it because they stick a name on it saying it's Raiders or this or that.
Yep. I
was like, man, I wouldn't dare buy that shoe, let alone put it on my feet. But 90 for me. I mean, I don't think it's a wrong choice. It's just your preference, basically. You know.
Yeah.
But
I
if they
agree.
bring that back, man, if they bring that one back the way it is, the way it came back in 1990, man, look, that's game over.
With the big 34, you know they'll make the 34 small if they do it.
Either that or they can give me the Stitch Nike sign in the back like they did in 97. I'll be cool with that.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, I'll be cool with that. As long as they just get the build, the materials right, the way it came back in 1990, man. That was not an all leather shoe.
Yeah, Chris Neely said the Hirachi Flights Fab 5. You could have put that on there for 92.
Oh, by the way, the
92,
retros,
yep.
the retros are terrible of those flights. I think I was showing Black the other day. They was in the store. The colors off, huh, Black? Those
Yeah, the colors
Christian
way
Laettner
off.
joints.
Yeah.
Yeah, them colors are way off, man.
I'm seeing
And even though they got the Olympic Jordans up there, they could have put the Force 180 Barclays up there also for 92.
Yeah.
You know, so, but it is what it is, man. But that's pretty much what I had for y'all, man. Just to get y'all's opinion. Like I said, that Hirachi trainer, man, that's a beautiful shoe. Need that one in the OG form, man. Definitely
I
need
agree.
that one, man.
It's a lot of them up there we need in OG form, man. I agree with that one.
Yeah.
It'll only take 20 years for them to get the shape right.
Good luck. Good luck.
Hashtag 20 years to get it right. That's right.
My bro, you got anything else, bro? We've been up here a little over 2 hours now, man. I know,
man.
You know,
I'm just at all with, you know, just all the knowledge I got from the Mac attacks and all the stuff that I done seen.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew about the shoe, but like I said, I never had it in hand, never owned it. I'm just gracious enough to have it. You know, shout out to you, Ron G, man, for just, you know.
Thank you again.
Anytime, bro. Andrew, OG, Hop, Black, they know anybody. They tell me about OGs who need sneakers. If y'all ever need anything, I mean, I can 9 times out of 10, I can get it way earlier. And if I can get it for retail, you guys can always have it for retail, bro. Like anytime you ever need something. But that's just to the screw that's on this panel. Just to y'all.
Appreciate it.
They'll give me names of the people and they'll say, hey, these are the guys, these are my guys, and I go by what they tell me. So if y'all need anything, just hit me up on IG, bro, and I'll look for it. 9 times out of 10, I can get it early for you. Hopefully it's at retail.
Appreciate it, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Appreciate
That's
it.
dope, man. That's dope. I appreciate you guys for coming on, showing your knowledge of and your passion for, you know, the Mac Attack line, the player himself and his apparel, his sneakers, the other sneakers that you pulled out, those McDowell's, dope, man.
Yeah.
Look,
Just a
like,
passion for
just a
sneakers,
passion.
period, man. Yeah,
exactly, man. That's what me and Hop built this platform for, just for passionate sneakerheads like you. I wouldn't even call us sneakerheads. To me, I hate that term, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like passionate people that love these type of sneakers, these OG sneakers, man. That's what we built this platform for. You know, I think we're one of the more unique channel shows out there that does stuff like this. I know it's, you know, some out there that do it, but I just think we're unique in our own way. Salutes to those that does it. Salutes to everybody that's rocking with us this long. I know I've been rambling, man. It's just,
you guys do it
just
for
at
the
it all, man.
It's all for the right reasons too. You know, it's
right.
You know, I get, you know, Instagram can be an interesting playground, but yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
You know, communicating with guys and that share the same passion and, you know, knowledge. You can always learn stuff. Like Andrew knows. Seth is, you know, he's like an encyclopedia of like later '90s sneakers that I don't know much about. You know, and there's always something to learn off of other people that, you know, if they have a little more niche and something that's just a little different or you haven't explored yet. So even all these years later, you know, learn something new.
And that's the dope thing about it, man, is like, I don't know everything about sneakers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feed off of people like y'all, man. And I love to see the OG collections, the OG shoes, because it brings back memories for me. You know what I mean? Stuff that I may have had or couldn't get. And like I know OG, he don't want to accept this term, but OG is the reach back king to me. Like that fella would go and get a reach back, a OG reach back. Most of the time when you hear people saying, hey, I'm finna go reach back for this, it's a shoe that came out a year or two ago. Nah, man, he's fixing to do the leg work. He's like a bloodhound, bro. You know, he's like a bloodhound when it comes to that stuff, man. And I love to see it, man. I love to see his post, you know, his YouTube channel, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check him out.
Thanks.
I've really enjoyed, you know, just chopping it up with you, bro. You a genuine dude, and you know, a good person for real. You know, from what I've seen and what we've talked about, and I appreciate you, bro, for real. And I know you don't want to accept that hashtag, man, and I know you're a humble guy, but that's what I'm calling you, the reach back king, bro, for real, the reach back king.
I used to post back to so I'm like,
I appreciate it, man. And Andrew, man, appreciate you coming on. You know, just been chopping it up with you lately in the DMs, man. I appreciate all that you're doing, especially like with the books and the literature. Like I said, I can't wait to get mine in, man, to check it out. And
I'm sitting there looking at it now.
Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Y'all make sure y'all go follow these two guys. And you know, I'll be watching you in case when you do have more pop-up shops. And I know Black, when you do like the special prints and stuff, I know Black would love to have some of that stuff, man. So whenever you do stuff like that, reach out to him, man. And me too, man. I love stuff like that too, man. And you know, Ron G, man, like I said, I appreciate you, man, coming on and you know, hooking us up, looking out for us, man. It's always a pleasure, bro. For real, man. And you know, y'all make sure y'all check out Ron G's channel too, because he'll do early reviews on retros, and he will find a sample in a minute, man. You know,
say a sample is his middle name.
Yeah, Ron Sample G.
So we got the reach back king, and then we got the sample king.
Yeah, I don't know. After seeing you, shit, I don't know.
And I think we might have to label you the trainer king, Andrew. After seeing them OGs, man. For real. But you know, we're gonna let y'all do y'all's outros.
Caddy wants that autograph.
Yeah,
he said, "Don't worry about Ron."
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to getting that book in, man. Man. But once again, man, we appreciate y'all for coming on. I always enjoy these conversations, man. We could probably just sit on here for hours and just keep talking. But we definitely have to get you back on, Drew, to showcase more of your collection and the stuff you got going on. So, you know, the floor is always open, man. You know,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, Nick, you know, you've been on a few times. Always welcome, bro.
Yeah,
always welcome, man. We appreciate everything, man. Appreciate everything, man. We do this for the love and just enjoy. I just enjoy the conversations, man. For real. You know, sometimes, you know, you get a little burnt out, but then when you get up here with people like this, man, it's always fun. It's always a pleasure. Ron G, man, appreciate you, bro. Once again. Thank y'all, man. Y'all make sure Ron shout your stuff out. I'm gonna let Black close it out, and you know we'll just go around. You know.
Hey, I'm just sitting here reading my book. That's all.
So I'm finna kick you off the streams. What I'm finna do.
Hey, I got keys too. Well, go ahead, Ron. My bad. Go ahead.
It's all good, man. Ron G Sneaker Steez, my man Andrew. It's nice meeting you, bro. I really want my book signed, bro, because I think the idea you had was like a great idea, bro. I think you should do it, like, and you could do a subscription or anything, and I'll even sub. I want every book that comes out, bro. So it's nice meeting you, OG. You know, it's a pleasure as always. I've been watching your videos for years, bro. You know what I mean? You got the little bull song come on every, you know. I've been watching them for a long time, bro. And this is probably my first time actually meeting you after all these years. Right. It's a pleasure.
Likewise.
You guys just be looking out for me on my YouTube page. I haven't been doing a lot of videos, but I guaranteed you I'm going to show you two shoes you have never seen in your life this week. Like I have the prototype sample to the original 1993 Tinker Hatfield drawing. I have both of them, and I have the shoe that was in 21st Mercer in the wall, in that glass wall, that sample that Nike gifted to them. I have that too. Should be coming back in this week after getting soul swapped. So I guarantee you, it's just going to be a fire episode. So just be looking out for that one probably this week.
Nice. Nice.
That's it.
Andrew.
OG.
So I just want to say thanks for inviting me, having me on, Ron, for setting us up with the Mac attacks. When Black hit me up, I was like, "There's no way I'm saying no." So I appreciate that. Hop, Black, you know, we've chatted before. Black, I've been talking to you for a while. So ever since those Air Force 180 pumps, you still wear those?
Yes, I do.
And I had a great time. You know, this is so easy. This is an organic conversation. We're all like-minded individuals. We all want to help each other out. Nick's been a great guy to me for years. He sent me. This is how good a guy Nick is. He had an extra set of 1991 Air Jordan 6 tongue, the lace locks, and he sent them to me because I was missing a pair from my 91 pair, and that's the kind of guy Nick is.
Yeah,
and that's why I got crazy love for Nick. So
they needed a new home. They needed the home.
It's on a pair of 91s, and
Yes.
and I know his passion for sixes. The black infrared 6 is my favorite. It's Nick's favorite. So you know,
My favorite.
we get along, man. We get along. So yeah, I again appreciate you having me on. Plug in the book. I'm very humbled by the response, and I hope everybody loves it. You know, it was a little passion project. Took me a long time to get over myself and the insecurities to get it out there. But you know, like I said, the response more than I could have expected, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you all.
No doubt. OG.
All right, this is it. Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys again for having me on. It's always I don't know. Every episode's still different, but it's always like a blast, and it's never the same. So yeah, this won't be the last, sure. And again, thanks Ron for the Mac attacks. I'm gonna call Mac attacks. I don't care what the box says.
Just don't say air. Just don't say
Yeah, don't say
Mac
air.
attack.
Don't say air.
We'll keep it true to the origin. But yeah, thank you again for the assist. That was pretty awesome. Always a pleasure. Nice talking instead of just jamming. You know, actually having a little conversation and discussing some the same passions that we have here for the Mac Attack and beyond. And yeah, all the people too that were tuning in tonight and commenting, and Red and a couple of the other guys. Appreciate you guys. I mean, you know, 2.5 hours. It's a long time to sit and listen to us talk about a bunch of crap. So
I know, right?
Yeah.
that's what we call it.
What they say, like nerd shit.
Yeah, it's just a cool thing to, like, you know, what's become over the years, and you know, everybody that sees it, you know, having the fire burn for the right reasons, and you know, that gets kind of lost in translation, you know, amongst many people and younger kids, and you know, you try to steer them down the right path. So it's just kind of nice having an eclectic group like yourselves, and you know, just shooting the breeze and sharing some stuff and reflecting back. So
appreciate that, man. Appreciate
it, man. And likewise too, man. Likewise. You good, Hop?
Yeah, man. Top 18, man. Find me on IG. One half of Retro Talk. We'll be back when we get back. We working on something music related that might be coming through later on.
Don't tell nobody.
So yeah, man. Dope episode, fellas. Appreciate y'all once again for gracing us with your presence, coming on the platform, and we just appreciate y'all, man. Good.
Yep. Another great episode. Like I said, man, when me and Hop started this, it was built off of passion. You know, all the stuff that we went through the 80s and 90s. some things like these Mac attacks, hey man, or these air Mac attacks, you know, it's just certain things. It's just certain things, you know, that we went through that we want to relive and tell our story to people that hasn't, you know, been there in the shoes with us. Whoa,
Or no air.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute now.
I thought those were the sign fields.
These are the GTS return.
Is that a new pickup? That's a new pickup, ain't it?
That's an original box.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah, that's the
original
original
box.
box.
Yeah.
I just pulled them out because they're another tennis model and they don't have any air in them, so I thought they'd be fitting. So I almost forgot to check. But yeah, it's a size 14. My guy Charles Fox.
I was gonna say them was long.
Yeah, they're
Great
size
fit, you know. No cracking, it looked like on the leather at all.
solid rubber. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, they got.
Look at the little detail, the red lining on the inside. Turn the inside, the sole.
Wow.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Simple, clean, but again, if you look, it's like straight level, straight across.
Yeah.
Wow.
No banana toe.
No bananas here.
They're stitching around the back part too, ain't it? The stitching around the heel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then it ends just around the heel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. It's just stitching around the heel, and that's it.
Right. Yeah. Pretty cool pair.
You know-
I like the outsole too.
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
unique.
crazy.
You know what that design looked like on the upper? It looked like an Air Max 1.
You can see the lines a little bit. Yeah. Like here,
Mm-hmm.
collar.
Mm-hmm. It looked like an Air Max 1. Kind of remind me.
87. So right around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You got the eyelets.
Very dope.
You got the eyelets. They're red. It looks kind of dark, but they're like a dark red, kind of mock your, you know, you see on many, you know, different models at that time. Yeah. Guys, that was quick.
Very dope. Very dope. Very
You about to
dope.
make us go an extra 30 minutes.
Pull more.
It's Nike, no air about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my guy Charles Fox, he had these for a while. He's the one that sold me Revolutions, the Flight 89 High. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta bring these out tonight. So there you go.
Nice. Clean
Yeah, the
too.
return. I think the return AC also had that same outsole tooling.
Oh, okay.
It's yeah. So it's or the All England or the Wimbledons from like
Mm-hmm.
82, 84, something like that. I don't know.
Limited. Yeah, made in Taiwan.
Nice.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, Taiwan. There you go, Ron.
Taiwan makes the best shoes, bro.
The Taiwan and Korea era was really good, and now we got us like Thailand, Indonesia, and Vietnam. So
Yeah.
But man, we greatly appreciate y'all for bringing y'all knowledge for just the tennis side of things in general. We appreciate y'all for bringing out the OGs, kind of hipping everybody to the differences in the retros and showing your knowledge. Andrew, I love the book. I'm glad I bought it. I love sneaker literature like this, and you know the stickers was just icing on the cake. I love the stickers too, man. Got the iridescent backing. Keep doing your thing, man. I appreciate you for coming through. Like Hop said, we definitely got to get you back on here to you know show more of your collection. You know, more of your pieces. OG Bus, always a pleasure. Like Hop said, you always welcome over here. We're gonna steal a line out of Chill Towns. The door is always open. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it.
Same goes with you, Ron G. Anytime you got something you want to show it off, just let us know, man. We definitely will, you know, open that platform up. The door is always open.
Appreciate
So with that being said, we appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with us for these last, we'll just say 2.5 hours. Very dope show. This is probably one of our best shows ever, you know, since we've been on here. This is probably one of the best shows. I'm just gonna say it right now. Best show.
That last one with Nick was
That was one of the best shows too. Every show we do is gonna be the best show ever.
Yeah.
Or every time.
Yeah.
With that being said, I am Black, aka BAA. That's Hop Dog 18. That's Ron G, which is Physical Nightmare 23. That there is Andrew, aka Sneaker Preservation Society. Over there in the corner, that is OG or Bust. We are Retro Talk Forum. Hashtag Retro Talk Forum. We out of here, man. We'll holler at y'all on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
You guys.
We're Retro Talk Forum.
Come on through. Let's talk kicks. Let's talk 80s, 90s nostalgia, man.